Et bonjour à tous. J'ai oublié de mettre le casque. Hop, on va le mettre. Ah. On va mettre un peu de musique aussi, accessoirement. Voilà. Ah. J'espère que ça va. J'espère que vous avez aimé et vu la vidéo d'hier. Vaut mieux avoir vu celle-là que le replay réac. C'est un petit peu fort la musique. En train de voir qu'on me signalait que le chariot des bits allait pas dans la même direction. Ça c'est une bonne question. Coucou Ardamir. J'ai pas encore vu, tiens d'ailleurs, les deux passages de Viking. C'était où? C'était là. Là. Mais puis celle de Viking. Bizarre. Ah non, mais hier j'étais. J'étais claqué. Je me suis mis dans le canapé, j'ai regardé 2 épisodes de Sandman. Qui est vraiment très bien. Là pour le coup. L'habitude des séries un peu. Un peu pas ouf. Et Netflix. Ou en tout cas qui mettent pas beaucoup de moyens, enfin bon. Ah et putain, celle de The Walking Dead, ça date, c'était oui, c'était la saison 2 ça. Non? Non, c'est marqué saison 7, épisode 9. On dirait la même route où ils sont sur la saison 2. Bah, j'ai celle... J'ai celle de Walking Dead, mais j'ai pas celle de Viking. Alors que je l'ai approuvé hier, je m'en souviens. Parce que justement, par défaut, je bloque les liens sur les commentaires, parce que ça évite d'avoir des trucs anglais ou norvégiens qui te mettent des liens pour des sites de boules. Fun fact, hein, c'est vrai, c'est vrai, c'est vrai. Mais et si je vais directement sur la vidéo, elle va faire une vue en plus. Oh l'arnaque. Bonjour à tous. Hop, on a entendu l'espace d'un instant. Ta, 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 ta. Bah oui, non, même sur celle-là, je l'ai pas. Bizarre. Ah oui, voilà. Attends, tiens, tac. Alors. Ah oui, c'est d'accord, c'était pour la saison 4. Non mais après, ça doit être une technique... Ah oui, mais voilà, c'était avec les bateaux. Oui, d'accord, oui, ça, la chaîne... Eh, alors, attends, parce que du coup, je voulais vérifier... Ah tiens, on va même faire ça. Alors, on me dit que je suis perdu dans mes fichiers. Non, ça va. Trailer final. Ah, attention au son. Hop, on pré-shot. Il me fait penser que j'ai eu le trailer. Oui, non, mais c'est vrai que... Alors, la carriole, elle va pas dans le bon sens. Comment ça, la carriole, elle va pas dans le bon sens? Ah, ça y est, je retrouve plus le moment où il y a la carriole. Attendez, on va se mettre sur la scène. D'accord, il n'y a plus rien ici, c'est super. Capture d'écran, tiens. Tac. Est-ce qu'on me dit... Alors on me dit déjà que j'ai oublié, mais alors complètement... Ah donc ça c'est bien l'entrée de la Moria, enfin de Khazad-dûm que prendra Durin. Et Celebrimbor, on voit un petit peu Celebrimbor dans le fond, visiblement il va pas rentrer dedans parce que la série l'aime pas, mais... Oh putain, je me souviens plus de la carriole. Elle est où dans le trailer? Parce que du coup j'ai remonté un peu tout parce que ça m'arrangeait pour discuter des choses. Ça c'est la carriole, mais la carriole quand elle est près. Moi je veux la carriole vue de loin dans le bourbier là. Quand tu veux le trailer. Hein. Ah bah j'ai avec une musique... Non, je me suis... Non mais c'était avant alors, je suis vraiment le dernier des connards. Répondez pas. Ah, là. D'accord, mais j'ai eu d'autres tensions. Et qu'est-ce qu'il me disait? Attendez. J'enlève ça. Et donc il me disait... Regarde bien la scène de la carriole, les traces de roues nous montrent une version tout à fait différente de ce que tu avances. Ils se sont probablement éloignés pour faire demi-tour au bout d'une demi-lieue. Hein? Pourquoi il dit qu'ils ont fait demi-tour? Il y a deux traces. D'accord, il y a une trace qui est là. Mais ça, c'est les premiers. Et là, on voit bien que ça se sépare et que là, il y a deux... Non? Parce que là, les traces, elles sont proches. Là, elles sont beaucoup trop éloignées. Donc pour moi, c'est juste qu'il prend un chemin différent. Mais il va au même endroit. Hein? Quand on regarde là. Ah bah, connard. Celle où il y a ta cam, espèce de mongolo. Là. Ici, juste à côté du ruisseau. Pour moi, c'est juste qu'elle suit les traces. Parce que t'as les premières, t'as le premier groupe qui a fait ce chemin-là, qui a suivi, et ensuite t'as la deuxième carriole, mais qui pour moi juste suit cette partie-là. Parce que là, c'est beaucoup trop éloigné. Ok, comment ça demi-tour? Ah non, mais tu fais pas un demi-tour comme ça avec une chariote. T'as pas la place pour braquer. Et puis même, non mais ça marche pas. Même si là, c'est là ça pourrait faire un demi-tour. Mais c'est une carriole, hein, c'est pas un scooter. Tu fais pas un demi-tour comme ça, hein. Le truc il ferait... Il ferait une boucle beaucoup plus grande. Non, pour moi c'est... Non, pour moi ils rejoignent les autres, hein. Non mais c'est vrai, enfin... conduis pas souvent, mais quand même, là... Ah, t'as pas la place de manœuvrer. Même en voiture, tu fais pas un demi-tour aussi serré. Ou alors, demi-tour frein à main en mode Fast and Furious, mais... Enfin bref. Anyway. Hop, on remet la cam là. On enlève ça. Je remets en scène comme ça. Mais du coup je suis perdu dans là où j'étais moi. Enfin oui, en tout cas Amazon faudrait qu'il se calme un petit peu sur les trailers, sur les bandes annonces. Encore hier là, moi j'en pouvais plus hier soir en mode mais calmez-vous, mais respirez. Respirez, ça va bien se passer. Je sais, vous avez peur de Game of Thrones, mais ayez confiance en votre truc, je sais pas. Ou alors dites au service com de se calmer, parce que là... Bah oui, c'est ça, la plupart... Même moi, je commence à en avoir ras le cul. Mais enfin bon. Du coup oui, après je sais pas à quoi, qu'est-ce que je vais mettre comme jeu. Peut-être un petit Genshin quand même. Histoire d'être dans le calme. De pas être obligé de tout doubler comme les quêtes de l'Otro. Et par contre lundi matin on se refera du Lotro. C'est promis. It's a promise. Mais ouais. Après, j'ai l'impression que quand même la vidéo qu'ils ont sortie hier sur Durin et Disa, c'est un peu full l'arnaque. Parce que j'ai l'impression que ça remplace la vidéo présentation comme ils avaient fait pour Lyndon, pour comment? Pour Numénor et pour Tir-Arad. On fait une escape box World of Warcraft. Super. Mais oui, j'aime bien leur relation et tout. Entre Disa et Durin, je trouve que ça... Apparemment, il y a une vidéo où l'acteur de Celebrimbor est mort de rire en regardant la pub qu'il avait faite. Ah! Au secours. Parce que du coup, il y avait eu ça hier. Ça va être trop fort. J'ai coupé le son. Du coup, on voit bien que l'entrée est là. Mais ce n'est pas l'entrée... À dire, c'est une troisième entrée, quoi. Ou alors c'est l'entrée provisoire avant qu'il fasse celle près du lac. Une porte qui est stylée, hein, en vrai, quand même. Et il y a le petit Celebrimbor qui est là, derrière. Avec Elrond qui rit de leur bisouille. Même si tu le sens qu'il est un peu gêné. T'as ce côté un petit peu rire coincé. Ah putain, le truc Nvidia qui m'énerve à chaque fois à pop là. Ah, visiblement il se tape des cornes de bière là. Ah, les nains sont quand même énormément stylés. Hein. Hop. J'ai toujours l'impression qu'elle a des petits trous flaquettes. Hein. Ah oui, il y a le Marguet de Rustborin. Par contre, le côté un peu pieds nus, c'est spécial, je trouve. Ou en tout cas, jambes nues. Non, elle a pas grand chose là. À la limite, il y a peut-être un petit truc là. Ah bah si! Ah si! Regardez! Ah, c'est pas une ombre! C'est des petits poils. Donc elle a bien des... Ouais, c'est vraiment des mini rouflaquettes. Hein. C'est vraiment... On en a mis parce que... Voilà, mais on l'assume pas vraiment et on va pas jusqu'au bout, quoi. Ah, c'est... On va dire si pour des personnages secondaires, femmes nains, ils en mettent plus. C'est-à-dire c'est ok. Mais du coup, oui, non, mais là forcément non. Oh, après, elle s'énerve clairement sur un truc. C'est plus la couleur des yeux qui m'interpelle. Ah oui, le doré... Le doré dans l'œil, c'est vrai que c'est... Oui. Il y a un côté... Il y a un côté chat, je trouve. Ou félin. Mais oui, elle forge, bon. Tu sens clairement qu'elle regarde quelqu'un d'abord, probablement Durin, et qu'elle donne un coup de marteau. Hein. Est-ce qu'elle va en donner plus qu'un Je sais pas ce qu'elle forge d'ailleurs. Une hache. Que là, il y aurait la... Sauf si elle tient, mais c'est bizarre. Il y a des femmes naines avec des casques invraisemblables. Ah, j'avais pas vu ça, la petite sculpture de... Bon, après, ça fait un peu poser là, mais... J'ai peur que ça remplace la présentation de Casa de Doom, ça me gêne un peu. Enfin, ça me gêne un peu. Le connaître en métal, oui, c'est un peu... Ah bon. Et je crois que l'autre... L'autre comment? L'autre vidéo d'hier soir était pas... C'est quoi? Non. Non, tu ne mets pas le son. Non, tu ne parleras pas. C'est celle-là. Il y avait le début, oui, où c'était un peu plus long avec... Du coup, elle court aussi, machine. Bronwyn. Ou Browyn, hein, pour certains. En vrai, Browyn... Ce rattrapage de flèches. N'empêche, ça rend bien. Ah oui, donc là, on voit un peu plus... Mais on est d'accord qu'il... Ça a dû être horrible, hein, parce que... Enfin, s'ils l'ont vraiment tourné avec une fausse chaîne, hein, j'imagine. Mais... Pour faire en sorte qu'il n'y ait pas de prothèse qui se barre... Complexe. Hein. Par contre, ils chargent en ligne. Ensuite, ils font des petits groupes et ils font des phalanges. Ça, par contre, ça a l'air d'être une femme cavalier. En tout cas, on voit bien la tour de guet. Attendez. Il n'y a plus la tour de guet. Il y a le pont. Il y a le petit fort, on va dire. Mais il n'y a plus la tour. C'est pas... Oui, non, en ligne pour entrer dans le village, oui. Oui, non, mais pourquoi dans ce cas-là faire une ligne en arrivant? Comme... voilà, c'est pour le style, mais... C'est comme pour Osgiliath, hein, au final... Y a pas de raison de faire une ligne comme ça avec Faramir. On est d'accord que la tour, elle s'est cassée la gueule. Donc ça voudrait dire qu'ils détruisent complètement la tour de guet. Ah mais ils s'emmerdent pas, hein. C'est un des trucs que j'ai du mal à... Je pense que la fuite d'arrondir, etc., ça doit être après. Enfin, après. Après cette histoire de tour de guet. Bizarre. Ah bon. Et ouais. Attendez. Je vais mettre ça sur Twitter. visiblement, on verra pas la tour de guet tout le temps. Tac. Pourquoi je suis pas en plein écran de ça? Voilà. Look. Look. Du coup, il me reste encore une vidéo, une toute dernière à monter avant la série, qui sera sur Numénor, et l'article qu'on avait eu. Mais je ne vois pas mon clavier quand il y a le micro devant, c'est terrible. Je suis en train de jouer à contourner mon micro. Si une lumière arrive après l'attaque, il est fort possible que la tour ait été détruite par les orques. Ouais. Ou même par arrondir pour éviter que les orques n'arrivent ou un truc du genre. Hein. Tac. Bon, on va peut-être partir sur le jeu quand même. J'ai ça se commande, ce que vous pouvez entendre les théories les plus farfelues que j'ai. C'est vrai. Et après, il y en aura toujours, hein, s'ils révèlent pas l'identité de l'étranger, ou même s'ils révèlent pas l'identité de Sauron, on va quand même avoir des théories pendant un moment. Hein. Ah, je voyais dans les commentaires, il y avait... ça parlait de Halbrand, de qui pourrait être Sauron. Non, je pense pas, je pense pas. Ça serait un peu bizarre, mais... Par contre, je suis déçu sur le look et costume des elfes. Hormis Gil-galad et Celebrimbor, le reste c'est moche. Oh, c'est moche. Il y a des armures qui sont quand même très bien. Ah oui, c'est vrai, tiens, fallait que j'envoie un message. Je vais faire ça après. Oui. Les casques très ronds sont peut-être un peu bizarres. Le voile calotte pour les femmes elfes, c'est... Ça va. Le reste, on n'a pas vu grand-chose. Pas assez travaillé, ouais. Après, on a vu assez peu de choses, hormis Gil-galad. Et encore, c'est pas un Gil-galad en tenue de soirée, quoi. Enfin, en tenue de tous les jours. C'est pas le Gil-galad en armure. Je pense qu'ils sont capables de faire des trucs nettement plus ouf. Je pense. Parce que quand tu regardes les costumes d'une manière générale, ils sont quand même plutôt très bien travaillés. Alors certains diraient que les armures ne sont pas toujours fonctionnelles. Je tape dans mes lunettes. Ça va finir par terre. Mais non, honnêtement, je trouve que... C'est vrai que j'ai pas... Je suis en train de regarder... J'aime bien la tenue d'Elrond. Ça passe. C'est très gris, mais bon. C'est vrai qu'il y a eu la vidéo... que je retrouve ça. Où qu'elle est. Bah, y a même pas besoin de la vidéo, y a ça. Hop. Hop. Je sais pas pourquoi, c'est vrai, je sais pas pourquoi ils sont partis sur un côté voile pour toutes les elfes quasiment. Très curieux de savoir qui est ce personnage. Parce que clairement, il ou elle est à part et habillé différemment. Mais sinon... pas Gadriel parce que Gadriel elle est là. Et ça oui, je pense que ça c'est un bout de la ville qu'on avait vu près du lac. Que la géographie correspond aussi. Ça c'est beau, hein. Alors, ne serait-ce que... Ne serait-ce que on va dire le couloir qui fait très... mi-cathédrale, mi un peu Khazad-dûm, mine de rien. Mais juste avec les arbres comme ça, c'est... C'est beau. Il y a quand même un grand sens du détail. Hein. Ah, le mémorial, taillé dans le bois, enfin dans l'arbre directement comme ça, c'est... Waouh. En tout cas, c'est marrant qu'il soit parti sur tout un délire, enfin... Marrant. De toute façon, c'est logique aussi, hein, ça peut se comprendre. Mais sur tout un délire de Galadriel qui a vraiment un problème avec la mort de ses frères. Le PTSD du combat. Je pense que ouais, sur chaque arbre qui longe l'allée principale, il y en a. Que là t'en vois, bon là, je pense qu'ils font... Quoique non, là c'est pas un arbre sur deux, ça a l'air d'être systématique. Mais ouais, t'en vois plusieurs. Non mais pour le coup, c'est... Les retours quand même sont plutôt positifs, hein. J'ai pas tout lu parce que bon, il y a des pages et des pages de mecs qui disent la même chose. De toute façon, j'ai un problème tout court à la perso de Galadriel. Oh, faut lui donner sa chance. Je pense qu'honnêtement, faut lui... Ah, j'ai coupé les alertes. Hop. Non mais je veux pas de la promo antivirus. Antivirus. Mais bon. Bon. On va peut-être mettre un jeu. Je répondrai aux commentaires de la vidéo après. On va mettre Genshin. Ah. Au secours le son. Faut que je change le titre. On va changer la catégorie déjà. Toujours des trucs bizarres avec la cam. Ne serait-ce que dans l'enregistrement que j'avais fait pour l'analyse, j'ai l'impression que la cam était pas de top qualité. Alors que pourtant c'est une Logitech et elle est censée enregistrer en... Enfin... Mettre des images en HD 1080p. Et vous êtes son propre seigneur mais pas partir en expédition à l'Hobbit, oui. Oui, je pense qu'ils ont voulu quand même accentuer un peu son côté guerrière. Après, dans les livres, elle est décrite parfois comme une Amazone, donc à une époque comme pouvait l'être une Amazone. Donc bon. Là, j'avoue, j'ai coupé à 41 minutes. Oh non, y'a pas de problème. Hein. Et le pire du pire d'un sens, c'est que statistiquement, sauf si ça a changé. Non, c'est ça. Là, au bout de 17 heures de mise en ligne, la vidéo la vidéo réaction du live de 2 heures a mieux marché que la vidéo analyse sortie hier. Bon après c'était la nuit donc forcément quand tu mets 17 heures dans une journée ça marche forcément mieux que 17 heures quand tu la mets à 18 heures le soir et que du coup t'as la nuit. Mais terrible. Après les gens sont aussi un peu... On sent que les gens ont moins aimé cette bande-annonce ou en tout cas ont été moins intéressés parce qu'ils regardent pas... Ils regardent moins d'analyses que n'a pu être vu la vidéo sur le Balrog et le Palantir par exemple. Celle le vrai trailer final. Si j'avais vu les coms, j'aurais peut-être regardé plus longtemps. Oui, non mais les coms, je les ai complètement oubliés. Alors que le chat marche, si je fais... Ah, je l'ai peut-être pas activé là. Attends, si je fais... Parti pour tout casser. Non, ça c'est un timer. Là, si je fais chat... Voilà. Voilà, le chat est là. Le chat était prévu, hein. C'est ça le pire. Donc en fait, si je fais scène d'enregistrement, que je rajoute navigateur... Chat. Ah, j'ai pas les alertes sur celle-là. Oh, c'est génial. Mais il y a tout qui est bien fait, ma parole. Au secours. Navigateur. Alerte. Tac. Alertes qui, normalement, sont là. Voilà, voilà. J'aurais pu mettre le chat, j'aurais pu faire... Voilà, j'aurais pu faire un truc comme ça. Un truc très propre. Mais non. Non, j'ai complètement oublié le chat. Hein. Complètement. Et pareil, il y a des moments où il n'y a plus de musique dans le fond, ou alors la musique en boucle du pauvre trailer de... avec la musique nulle, mais... Terrible. Non mais ça sera pour la prochaine. Parce que là, ça m'a fait rire tellement j'étais au bout de ma vie quand j'ai entendu la musique. Et le fait que c'est un peu décevant d'appeler ça un trailer final, alors qu'au final, c'était celui de la Comic Con qui était vraiment le trailer final. Là, c'était juste un trailer de remplissage. Donc bon. Tac, tac, tac. Alors, je vais couper cette musique-là. On va démarrer ça. Oui, c'est ça. Non, mais après, c'est pas une critique contre la musique en elle-même. C'est juste que, ouais, c'est... Ah, oui, non, c'est vrai que j'ai oublié. Désolé, bah j'ai toussé. C'est juste que elle fait un peu hors sujet, quoi. Et je comprends, et c'est ce qu'il y en a qui disaient dans les commentaires. Est-ce que j'avais pas... Le son est fort. Est-ce que j'avais pas pensé, on va dire, sur le coup. C'est que, oui, non, c'est pour attirer un public qui, de base, n'est pas très attiré par ce genre de séries, qui sont plus... voilà. Mais bon. Ça reste une idée de merde, hein. Scène jeu. Du coup, on va enlever le chat. Peut-être qu'on va mettre de l'autre côté la prochaine fois si j'y pense. Ou si j'en ai besoin. Et capture de fenêtre. Hop. On augmente. Non. Voilà. On va se mettre comme ça. Et hop. Donc. Et remettre les lunettes par contre. Et le pire c'est que le Brésil a eu le même trailer, mais avec une musique différente. Et qui était plutôt adapté. Qui était moins bien, enfin qui était moins bien. Qui était pas non plus hyper épique. Mais ça rendait mieux. C'est ça qui est terrible. Et je sais pas pourquoi. Alors oui, retour du jeu de la musique. Jeu de la musique détente.
Hypatia should still be in the cave. Let's go inside and see how she's doing.
Qu'est-ce qui bouge? Il y a un petit machin. Il y a un petit animal. Ouais, le Brésil, bah, depuis qu'ils ont changé le stagiaire, là, c'est bon. Hein.
Hello? Hypatia? Hey, there's nobody here.
Ah, je vais couper la cam pour les dialogues.
Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que ce machin? What the fuck? Ça valait le coup de faire une page de chargement.
There you are. Hypatia, are you alright?
Ah, par contre, je préviens, je crois que le... le jeu... Je suis là... Non, il y a une tempête en moi. Je pense que je l'utiliserai pour des alertes sur Twitch. Je trouve que c'est génial. Il y a une tempête en moi. Je sais pas pourquoi, mais je l'utiliserai. Là, pour le coup... Clairement. Pas bon. Bref.
So hungry. Need water.
Oui, oh, bah, tout le monde a faim et tout le monde a soif. Hein.
There's no way we can get her to eat in her current condition. Let's try finding some water first. Huh? Wait. Why does it look super foggy outside all of a sudden? Anyway, let's go look around.
Everybody, let's go. Pouf. Pouf, pouf. Hop. Look. Ça me conforte dans mon choix de regarder en VO. Ouais, bah honnêtement, je pense que je vais regarder les deux. Oh là là, on passe d'une cinématique à l'autre.
How things out here end up looking like this?
Ah oui, en effet, oui.
What happened? And where are we?
Vous devez avoir une raison.
Really? Oh, maybe you're right. Let's go investigate the area.
Tac. Ah oui, en effet, ça a beaucoup changé. Moi, je suis toujours sur la carte. Mais ouais, je pense que je regarderai la première fois en VO. Enfin, en VO STFR, quoi. Et une deuxième quand je prendrai des notes pour écrire mon avis. Et là, ça sera en VF. Il y a un coffre.
Wow, this place is huge. Paimon knew there's something off about that cave. Let's think of a way to get over there and have a closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Shine down.
Oh, les trucs qui volent. Oh, c'est toujours un plaisir, les trucs qui volent. Sauf que là, c'est les champis. Je peux pas des rebonds. Des rebonds pignons. Ne faut pas partir. D'accord. Ok, vas-y, super. Hop là. Attention. Hop là. Pas où je vais, mais ok, si. Ouais, mais il y a plusieurs entrées, moi je vais où? En règle générale, je regarde toujours en VO avec sous-titres si c'est en chinois. Ouais, il y a certains trucs que je regarde en VF directement, les séries Marvel, les films Marvel. Séries Star Wars aussi, parce que j'ai l'habitude. Examiner la salle simplement décorée. Ah oui, d'accord. Non, on se fait.
What happened just now? Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
J'aurais pas dû manger les champignons, hein.
No time to lose.
Mauvais bail. Oh, excusez, hein. Moi j'ai vu un coffre. À moi. À moi, à moi, à moi. D'accord. Ah, j'avais vu la feuille, elle était dans le cadre. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Vous trouvez parfois de la résine primordiale et les chemins qui s... Hein? Vous trouverez parfois de la résine primordiale et les chemins qu'ils scellent dans les... Ah oui, d'accord. Vous devez récupérer 3 résines primordiales dans un donjon pour dévier le chemin correspondant. Ok. Ah, j'en ai un. Ça veut dire qu'il va falloir que je remonte. Salut Respawn. Merci pour le follow d'hier, j'ai vu d'ailleurs, merci. Après le live de Elrohir.
I could get used to this.
J'ai pas pu venir avant, j'étais en train de trier tous les documents après avoir fini la vidéo. Et après le PC est un bordel. Il y a des trucs dans tous les dossiers. Un enfer. Là c'est le stream détente. Sur le petit Genshin. Mon plaisir coupable, on va dire. Dès lundi, il y aura du lotro. Enfin, le retour de lotro. Mais là, un petit plaisir. Il y a une nouvelle zone. Merci beaucoup avec la série qui arrive. Ça y est, on a une semaine. Hein. Dans une semaine... Oh, oui. Ah, je serais peut-être sur le deuxième. J'aurais peut-être pas tout vu. Ça dépend. Je pense que je vais regarder ça le matin. Normalement, je regarde les séries plutôt le soir, mais là... Là, j'ai envie de dire, c'est autre chose. Pas une série, c'est un monument. Donc ouais, je pense que ça sera dès le matin. Très vert, hein. C'est vrai quoi, de se dire que ça y est, dans une semaine on l'aura vu. Pour certains. Dans une semaine, on attendra avec impatience la semaine suivante et l'épisode 3. Non, j'aurais pas dû faire ça. Hop là. Bah ici. Ah non. Non, ici c'est la porte. C'est à la puerta. La puerta del sol. Ah, ça y est, je suis du père. Il y a un coffre, ça, le coffre c'est bien. Ah bah il est là-bas. Mongolo. Je me suis foutu dans la merde. Au secours. Let's go, ouais. Si t'as esquivé la plateforme, tape dans tes mains. Si t'as esquivé la plateforme, tape dans tes mains. Dans le livre. Ouais, 5 saisons. Après, ils disent 5 saisons de 10 heures, mais bon, les enfants, faut revoir les calculs, hein, parce que la première saison, il y a que 8 épisodes, 1 heure. Va falloir, dans ce cas-là, compenser et louper le truc. Merci à tous. Plus une série dérivée. Et ça, on n'a pas eu de nouvelles depuis sur quelles pourraient être les séries, ou la série en tout cas, dérivée. Alors. 8.
What in Tibet is going on here? This place is getting weirder by the minute. Hey, what's the matter? You don't look so good.
Ah mais ils ont recyclé là, c'est le truc de d'Inazuma. Je peux toujours pas sauter? Non. Oui. Beaucoup de choses à rappeler, déjà il y a beaucoup de personnages à traiter. Ça c'est sûr. C'est pour ça que je pense qu'ils en gardent une partie pour la saison 2.
No time to lose.
On est d'accord que c'est là? Pourquoi tu l'examines pas? Quoi? Ah. T'es con le jeu. On me dit pas qu'il va falloir que je quitte le donjon pour revenir. Des fois il fait ça, des fois il déconne. M'en fous, je vais voir Cardan. Mais il arrivera, il arrivera. Il faut attendre un ou 2 ans. C'est le malaise. Tu peux pas casser ça? Oh putain. Va falloir quitter, revenir. Oh. J'espère qu'ils nous remettent là. Hein. Et pas dans les plateformes.
Hello.
Ah mais ça on sait, ça on sait. Ah ta gueule Paimon.
Maybe she went out to look for some food. Let's try looking around the area.
Mais non mais c'est le jeu qui des fois lance pas le script. Ça m'était déjà arrivé une fois il y a longtemps. Enfin une fois ou deux. Allez, si seulement il y avait un truc, skip le dialogue. Round 2. Allez, on sait, on est dans un environnement différent. La.
There you are.
Here you are, safe in the shadow. Oui, à la fin.
There's
On se
no way
souvient.
we can get her to eat in her... Huh? Wait. What?
Oh, faut tout se retaper. Oui, on sait, c'est spécial. Ah, ça a changé, garde ton calme. Au secours. Ah, par contre, hein, si ça le refait, je préviens,
This place is
je lance l'autre haut, hein.
Paimon knew there's
Attends, on s'en
something
fout
off
d'eux.
about that cave.
Hop.
Let's think of a way to get over there and have a
Tac.
closer look. Who knows? Maybe we'll find a lead of some kind.
Tac. Hop. Hop,
No time to
hop.
lose.
J'étais passé par là? Allez, on refait le combat. Est-ce que je stream le matin? Oui, plutôt le matin, tout de suite. J'aime bien, comme ça l'après-midi, ça me permet de faire le reste. Les révisions pour le concours,
Brace yourself. This is gonna
le
hurt.
ménage, les courses, le sport.
Amateur mistake.
Et le soir, je fais le montage. Et je me détends. Même si je promets pas qu'il y aura pas de temps en temps des streams le soir et l'après-midi. Hein. Je pense que la vraie routine de stream arrivera une fois que la saison 1 sera finie. Où là, ça sera un peu plus relax parce que bon, à partir de la semaine prochaine, ça risque d'être pas mal chamboulé. Donc à voir. Ah voilà, alors voilà la petite musique. Je fais mon docu exprès. Ah oui, c'est vrai qu'on entrait dans le... Ah oui, on sait.
Why'd everything around us suddenly change?
Donc là, il n'y a plus le coffre. Hein. Ça va être l'instant critique où on va savoir si...
No time to lose.
Ah, hey, Ikebo. Il est Kebo dans l'eau.
I could get used to this.
Voilà. Je veux toujours réappuyer une fois alors que non. Faut se laisser... laisser emporter. Envole-toi.
Yep.
Avec des petites résonances égyptiennes. Ah, il a pas voulu que je m'envole. Ouais. Oui. Allez, on la retente. On la refait en moins mauvais. À tout cette rush quand elle commence entre les streamers qui font préparer les trucs et les followers qui vont jongler. C'est vrai. Et puis après, bah, faudra attendre 2 ans avant qu'il y ait de nouveau des choses et puis... Non, déjà, je pense qu'il y aura le... Voilà. Bon, on va laisser le jeu, le temps de... Voilà. Charge tout le jeu, hein. Voilà. Voilà, on y va doucement. Faut pas le brusquer. Ah, mais fallait juste faire ça en fait. Non? Ok, c'est moi qui suis un connard. Et moi qui suis complètement con. Ah, c'est bien fait. Le changement est sympa. Mais oui, non, c'est moi qui suis juste débile. Ah bah, c'est dit. Faut assumer quand on fait des conneries. Au secours. Voilà, ah oui, d'accord. Ok. Ah.
Well. Looks like we meet again, traveler.
The Abyss Herald! What are you planning to do in this strange place?
Strange place. Plotting. You needn't worry about such things. They don't concern you. Bow before the abyss.
Bon bah...
Go.
c'est un quoi lui? C'est de l'eau? La petite ambiance musicale. On va lui mettre sa douille.
Shine down.
Opening box of Adepti Tricks.
Pour l'instant, on s'en fout un peu. Il en a rien à foutre.
Hey, I wasn't ready.
Il en a rien à foutre. Avec toi. Et le scénario.
Why can't we beat this guy? Oh, Paimon doesn't get it! We faced others like him before! What's wrong this time?
Traveler, though you may have managed to avert countless crises before, your good fortune was bound to end sooner or later. It's time you realize how weak and powerless you really are. Your sister. Oh, pitiful traveler. Are you really so ignorant? Or are you just living in complete denial? Her Highness has long since forsaken you. Your meager existence in her eyes is that of an annoying bug, only to be stepped upon. The bonds of love and family which drive you to find your sibling are utterly gone. Your journey is meaningless. But don't you fret now. Today will be your last. Now die!
Ok. Ah, on est revenu. Étrange, qu'est-ce qui vient de se passer? J'ai l'impression d'avoir soudainement fait un rêve, mais je ne me souviens plus de ce dont j'ai rêvé.
What do we do? We haven't seen Hypatia anywhere out here. Oh, there she is! Quick, let's see how she's doing.
So sweet. Mm.
Well,
Voilà, on
the
va
good
peut-être la
news is
laisser.
that she's still conscious. Hey, why'd you drop her food on the floor like that?
Moment d'égarement.
Are you okay? That's really not like you. Anyways, we can talk about this later. We better make sure she's alright first. Whoa, wait a sec. Look at all this fruit lying around her. We can put that to good use.
Venez du jeu de fruits, Genre, on l'a fait manger de force.
Who is there? Tainari, is that you? Huh?
It's okay. You can relax, Hypatia. Tainari sent us here to bring you some food and water. Here, we have a letter that he asked us to give you.
Oui.
I see. So, you're friends of Tainari. I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. I'm grateful that you came so quickly to save me. You even brought all this fruit.
Well, actually, we didn't bring the fruit. It was already here when we arrived. We were kind of wondering about that, actually. When we found you here, there was all this fruit lying around and even some juice dripping from your lips. How did you end up like this anyway?
Oh, really? I seem to understand now. All the fruit was likely from my, neighbor. Must have come by and saw me like this.
Your neighbor? You mean there's someone else living nearby?
Bizarre.
Oh? So you're able to see them too?
Wait, hold on a second, Traveler. You say that before we arrived, you saw some mysterious creature and suddenly had a strange dream? Isn't that a little too crazy to believe?
No, I actually do believe what the traveler is saying. I myself had a similar experience once before and ended up scaring my timid little neighbor here. You needn't worry. They mean you no harm. They only dragged you into the dream because they hoped to buy themselves a little time in order to scurry away.
So, Hypatia, just what kind of creature is your neighbor exactly?
I'm not sure what it's called, to be honest. But I do know that they have some sort of deeper connection with the Dendro Archon. I know this because the first time I saw them was also the exact day my consciousness was able to form a connection with Irminsul. Even after I opened my eyes and stopped meditating, my heart was still pounding, and my mind was racing with all the knowledge that I had touched. And at that very moment, I suddenly noticed a small figure at the opening of the cave. In my curiosity, I began to walk over to the creature. They must have already been used to me living in the cave, because they didn't seem to mind me approaching them. They just kept doing whatever they were up to. It wasn't until I crouched down next to them that they suddenly realized that I could see them.
Oh, and then?
And then I had a dream. By the time I came to, they were nowhere to be seen. I was convinced they'd never show up again. But sure enough, I saw them nearby a few days later. And they weren't alone. I feel like they aren't as afraid of me as the first time I approached them. But I never would have expected them to save me.
Ouais, c'est vraiment un bon voisin.
Yes, no doubt about that. By the way, Tainari mentioned in his letter that you had questions for me regarding Irminsul. Sorry about that. Sounds like just drinking juice still isn't quite enough for my stomach.
Well, if somebody hadn't dropped the food earlier... Anyway, looks like we'll need to prepare something ourselves. Besides, Paimon's getting hungry too. Let's eat first and talk about Irminsul later. Alright, we're up, Traveler. Today's menu will feature sweet madame and a radish veggie soup. You'll love them, Hypatia. They're our specialties after all.
Sounds good. I've never tried any dishes from other nations before. I certainly look forward to it. It's been so long since I've had a decent meal, too. To be honest, the last time had to be when Tainari came to visit.
Ah mais je vais vraiment faire la popote? Quel enfer. Non, pas la dame. Faut aller choisir ses fruits? Non. Par contre là il y a un truc là. Ok, des cheveux, des carottes. Super. Hop. Le feu était pas allumé hein.
Done.
Oui.
Let's use the empty box that Tainari gave us since
fait
we
magique.
already watched it. Oh, it smells amazing. And the box is a nice touch too. Let's go serve this up and start eating with Hypatia.
Pourquoi il fait un bip quand j'appuie sur la touche 2 celui-là? bizarre. Faudrait que je regarde ça.
Are you already finished cooking? Mmm, smells delectable. I'm truly thankful whenever I can enjoy a proper meal like this. Cooking really isn't my forte.
Tiens, prends le poulet. Mange ton poulet. Partagez des idées sur le repas avec Passa, ensuite tu peux raconter comment
Even
vous
though
êtes.
everything you mentioned was in Tainari's letter, it's still hard to believe you were able to connect with Irminsul immediately after smelling Spiritborn eel for the first time. It took me nearly 3 years before I could do so. And everyone at the academia even lauded me as a genius. You should know that some researchers spent their entire lives without ever successfully connecting with Irminsul as you have.
So why does this incense allow people to connect to Irminsul?
The ingredients used to make Spiritborn ale primarily consist of plants created by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. These special ingredients are conducive to heightening our senses to the Dendro Archon's power. Since the root of the Dendro Archon's power lies within Irminsul, we can occasionally tap into her powers to peer into the depths of the earth.
Je crois que je n'ai rien compris du tout.
That's all right. I'm sure you'll come to a clearer understanding as you remain in Sumeru.
Makes sense. But Paimon's got a question. Why was he sensitive to the smell of those plants for such a long time?
That was primarily due to his body's unique constitution. Stimulated by the incense, he could perceive the Dendro Archon's power and experienced a sensory overload, hence the adverse reactions. Taking in any scent similar to the ingredients of Spiritborn ale would cause adverse effects. Not to worry though, it appears you've already fully recovered. Technically, your body should still be sensitive to the powers of the Dendro Archon, but unless you're using intentional meditation techniques, the scent of Spiritborn ale should no longer trigger such reactions.
Whew. Well, that's a relief.
I must admit, I am quite envious of your abilities. Even if it meant suffering from pounding headaches for the rest of my life, I'd consider it worthwhile so long as I could connect with Irminsul at will.
Whoa, you're really serious about this whole thing, aren't you?
I am a researcher after all. As a member of the Ritaoist Darshan at the Academia, my main area of research is the stars and their connection to the fate of living beings. But there is still so much we don't know, especially regarding the mysteries that lie in the starry skies. Which is why I must turn to the all-knowing Irminsul for answers. If only my perception wasn't so limited. Unfortunately, I cannot guarantee that my every attempt to attune with Irminsul will be successful, or that doing so will leave my consciousness intact. I am currently in the stage of training known as Satyavada life. Many researchers in Sumeru have lost their minds while seeking to attune with Irminsul during this stage. Sages have said that Irminsul contains divine knowledge, and touching such knowledge without the proper preparations and abilities will only lead to one's mind caving in on itself. That's why we meditate alone. We need to ensure that our minds will be calm while minimizing the possibility of involving anyone else.
Whoa, so knowledge from Irminsul can be super dangerous. Aren't you afraid of the risks, Hypatia?
Of course I do. Especially during nights that are pitch black with no moonlight, and dead silent without even the sound of insects. However, I've been feeling better as of late. I don't get as scared anymore knowing that I have a little neighbor living nearby. I believe that being able to see them is a sort of blessing from the Dendro Archon. But what's strangest of all is that they're clearly an envoy of the God of Wisdom herself, and they have the curious power to make people dream.
What's so strange about that? It doesn't sound so out of place for a divine being, does it?
Well, it's strange because nearly nobody in Sumeru can ever dream.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, well, to an extent. Only children can dream in Sumeru. Adults, however, never do. The sages say that wisdom implies rationality, But that which occurs in dreams is often neither rational nor logical.
Eh ben.
Yes, if one struggles with anxieties, those emotions could influence their dreams. The fact that the people of Sumeru do not have dreams is seen as a blessing by the sages. They believe that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, the god of wisdom, is keeping us away from the foolish delusions you encounter in your sleep. I was born into a family of scholars in Sumeru City. Ever since I was a child, my parents would always tell me that I'll know I've grown up once I stop dreaming. I studied hard, enrolled as a student in the academia, and went on to become a researcher. Sure enough, I never dreamed again. But then, on the day I scared the little Aranara, I suddenly saw a dream again. It was incredible. Though I don't exactly remember what I saw, I clearly recall the feeling. I suddenly felt like I was a child again. Back then, I was foolish and ignorant as any youth would be, but I was free of fear. Maybe dreaming isn't as bad as we've made it out to be. Just be sure not to speak of this if you travel to Sumeru City. They'll look at you as if you've lost your mind.
So, do you have any thoughts about the things he saw when he connected with Irminsul?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any answers as of now. All I can say is that what you saw is a memory contained within Irminsul itself. World forget me. What could that possibly mean? If only I could ascend past Satyavada life and begin Paripurna life, I might have some more answers for you. If you two are ever in the area again, please be sure to come and see me. There's no need to be thanking me. You two are my saviors. Besides, I'm already looking forward to tasting some more of your cooking.
Now that we know Hypatia is alright and had the chance to ask her some questions, Paimon thinks it's about time to head back to Gandharvaville.
Ça y est, je peux enfin rejouer. Ah, c'est beaucoup de dialogue, mais bon.
Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever like to ask about, you know where to find me. Even though that little neighbor of mine was able to induce a state of dreaming, I doubt they were able to control the actual contents of the dream. The end of your dream seemed quite terrifying. Perhaps there's something that's troubling you deep inside? Not to worry, though. I'm sure you'll be able to handle whatever comes your way in the real world. As someone from Sumeru who cannot dream, I needn't ever worry about nightmares. But lately, I've started to feel that I'm somehow missing something without dreams. It's a little hard to explain. Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever like... Sumeru researchers use Spirit-Born Ale to assist them in connecting with Irminsul to extract knowledge from it. Though the process can be risky, we believe that the knowledge gained is worth it. Unfortunately, I cannot help you understand your dream. At least not yet. I'm still learning how to attune to the depths of Irminsul myself. I hope that I'll be able to ascend past Satyavada life and gain deeper insights. Heading out, I see? If there's anything else you'd ever... I've heard local children here in the rainforest speaking of fairy-like creatures. But I'm from Sumeru City, and have never heard of such things when I was a child. Perhaps this is because I had a very strict upbringing. My parents would seldom allow me to play with other children. I doubt they'd ever believe me if I told them about my little neighbor out here. And speaking of my little neighbor, I think they can somehow sense when Tighnari is coming to visit me. I've noticed on several occasions that as they're playing under the trees, they'll suddenly tense up and scamper away for no apparent reason. Shortly after they do this, Tighnari always shows up here. Perhaps I should ask Tighnari about this the next time I see him. Heading out, I see? If they take care. Do remember to come visit anytime you're...
C'est bon, c'est bon. Alors. On va se taper là. Le petit village. J'essaye de voir ce qu'il y a sur tes étagères, mais on voit rien. Comment ça, on voit rien? Mais si, on voit... Attends. Regarde, tac, hop. On voit que là... Là, t'as 2 figurines pop. Une de Gandalf et une de Legolas. Là... Bon là, faudrait que je le tourne parce que c'est Gwaihir avec Gandalf sur le dessus. Là, c'est Saruman à côté du roman Outlander. Là, c'est le casque de Boba Fett. En... Ah, parce que là, c'est Saruman. Là, c'est Radagast avec les boîtes de figurines pop qu'il faut que j'enlève d'ailleurs. Et là, voilà, t'as le roi sorcier en pop, Saruman et Galadriel version si j'étais comment zut. Si j'avais l'anneau, tout ça. Et ça, faut que je range parce que c'est les jeux PS3 et PS4. Mais oui, non, sinon c'est vrai qu'en petit, c'est un peu plus compliqué. On voit un petit peu moins bien. J'avoue. Le Saruman, faudrait que je le tourne, ouais. Et Radagast, peut-être le mettre plus dans le fond. Mais après, comme il y a le... Oh, mais il n'y a pas de... Il n'y a pas de problème. C'est fait aussi pour que les gens puissent voir le décor, hein. Mais ouais, avec la fenêtre ouverte, on voit un peu moins bien, parce que sinon, il y a les lumières. Et Radagast, comme il est derrière des posters, enfin devant des posters un peu sombres, il ressort pas trop. Faudrait que je le décale plus contre le mur. Et là, je pense qu'on le verrait mieux. De toute façon, il y a des trucs qu'il faut que je change de place.
Think about it, Tainari. Refusing to join is tantamount to burying your head in the sand. I understand that you're a forest watcher and that it's your duty to combat the effects of withering zones. But isn't it evident that such work is not a lasting solution to the problem? As Sage Kage clearly stated, your presence and guidance in Sumeru City is pivotal in finding a cure for Irminsul. How could you possibly refuse?
Keep your emotions in check, Gula.
Regardez, c'est
Let's
C'est
at
Gil-galad,
least
il a
listen
sa
to
couronne de laurier.
Tanari's reason for declining. We're here to invite him to the academia, not to cause a scene.
Sage Kage, I am truly honored that you came here in person, but I'm afraid I must still decline your invitation.
Je préfère le plaid. Alors, attends. Parce que le plaid, c'est juste de la cache-misère, parce qu'en fait, mon fauteuil est un peu vieux et a pris le soleil, et du coup, il perd des bouts. Et... Attends. Ça se voit un peu. Le problème, c'est que j'en fous partout. Voilà. Et là, c'est que la face immergée de l'iceberg. Et sinon, ça en fout partout par terre. C'est stable. Donc déjà, avec le plaid couverture, ça permet de... On va dire de réduire les risques. Mais il reste les accoudoirs. Et même avec les accoudoirs, là, pour avoir été assis devant le truc... il y en avait partout par terre, c'est insupportable. Faut que je trouve une solution pour ça, parce que... ça m'énerve. C'est insupportable. Mais vraiment. Vraiment. C'est...
I am merely a forest watcher. How could the great minds of the Haravatat have any need of someone like me?
Well, it turns out that your refusal letter had some implications on your master's reputation. He is a renowned sage of the Immorta, after all. So now I've come here in his stead.
I see. Huh. And I figured that given his temper, he would come here and berate me personally.
Tanari, your master is an integral part of this effort, and now he requires your assistance.
And what exactly does my master need of me, Sage Kage?
You'll know once you've arrived in Sumeru City, that is.
And how long will I be required to stay?
There's no definite answer as of now.
Do you mean to tell me that despite coming all the way here to Gandharvaville, You still can't answer the questions I laid out in the letter to my master? If that's the case, then I'm afraid I cannot give you a definite answer either.
Tainari, but you...
So be it. Come, Gulam, we're leaving.
Oh, des poupées noires.
Tainari, what was that all about?
It's nothing. Some people from the academia wanted me to go to Sumeru City to assist them with a project, but I had to refuse on account of all my responsibilities here. But all that can wait. How did things go with Hypatia?
It was quite the eventful trip, but the main thing is that she's safe and sound. She answered a bunch of questions for us, too.
Very good. Now that the traveler has made a full recovery, there shouldn't be any reason for you to tarry here longer. I assume you will be heading to Sumeru City, correct?
Oui, la ville.
That's right. We want to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali and ask her for advice. Do you have any idea on how we can find her?
Sorry. I'm afraid I don't have any advice for you there.
Well, do you at least know anyone we can try asking in Sumeru City?
Let me think. My trips to Sumeru City have been fairly short, and most of my acquaintances are researchers. How about this? I'll write you a letter of introduction that you can give to a researcher I know. He's from the Amorta Darshan and is adept at gathering information. Asking him might prove worthwhile. Also, when you enter Sumeru City, you'll probably end up receiving something like this item here. I'm not sure if it will ever come in handy for you, but maybe you can give it a try.
Oh? What is it?
It's called an Akasha Terminal. It's a tool produced by the Academia that utilizes the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Some say that this very item is the basis of Sumeru's reputation as the City of Wisdom. Needless to say, this device and its usage fall under the Academia's expertise, so I'll leave it to them to show you how to use it.
Great! Next up, Sumeru City! But wait, before that...
Oh non, non, moi direct la ville. Une loco doudou, c'est pour ça. Ah, ça, les doudous. Moi j'ai tout monté, j'ai tout viré, les peluches de quand j'étais gamin et tout. Et plus rien. J'ai juste des...
That's right! Tainari, we have something important to say to Kale before we leave. Is she doing better now?
Yes, she's doing much better. After being confined to her bed all this time, I thought a little walk would do her some good. Last I saw her, she was taking the path towards the North Crossing. She knew you two would be leaving soon, so she must have wanted to see you off.
Thanks, Tainari. All right, let's go!
Farewell, and good luck to you both.
Let's go. Ah, les peluches.
The rainforest is the best place to
Il y a une distinction entre les doudous et les peluches? Nombre de touches. Tac. Il me parle encore lui?
Kale is waiting at the northmost crossing of Gandharvaville. You should be able to find her there. Don't you worry about Kale. I'll look after her.
Ah, les plaies de
I'll
doudou
find a
avec
way
les
to
coussins et tout le reste.
understand the relationship
D'accord.
between the withering and her disease. Kale is waiting at the northmost crossing of Gandharvaville. You should be able to find her there.
Invitation d'académie.
It seems there's a major project underway at the Academia, and my master has also joined the effort. But I can't afford to leave Gandharvaville now. Things are not going well here in the rainforest, and Kale needs someone to watch over her. Besides, I was never one for all the pomp and circumstance of life at the Academia. Given that my master hasn't come to give me an earful personally, tells me that my presence is not as sorely needed as they make it out to be. In fact, the letter he sent to me was uncharacteristically polite. Kale is waiting at the northmost crossing of
Oui, oui,
Gandharvaville.
no.
Farewell, traveler.
Non, il avait pas parlé à elle. Qu'a dit la dame? Bonjour, il. Allez, salut.
No time to lose.
Chercheuse. Vous êtes... Muta, biologie. D'accord. Ah oui, donc là on va aller vers la capitale. Oh, ça va être beau ça. On a le cam.
I've been waiting for you two. Never mind. I guess I should just wish you two a safe and successful journey. Thanks for waiting here just to see us off, Kale. We're headed to Sumeru City.
On vient te voir, collègue.
Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. My condition won't be getting in the way of my duties. I want to be a forest ranger after all. It's up to me and the others to protect the rainforest here. And, I'm sorry. I should have told you both about my condition when we first met. I just wanted you two to treat me as a normal friend, not some girl that needs your sympathy. But I guess now I understand that the most important thing is for friends to be genuine with one another. There's no need to apologize, Kale. We should be thanking you for trusting us enough to be your friends and sharing your past with us. We're probably still gonna worry about your condition, but that's because we're friends and we care about you.
C'est beau.
Thank you. That means a lot. Before you leave, I have something for you. Oh? What is it? It's my recipe for pita pockets. I told you that I'd give you a copy, remember? My handwriting is a little, messy, so please don't laugh. Yay! Thanks, Kale. Now we can eat those scrumptious little pitas whenever and wherever we like. I hope that whenever you eat them, you'll both remember your time here in Gandharvaville.
Oh, on s'en souviendra, mais bon, on a passé 3 heures là-dessus.
I, trainee Forest Ranger Kale, bid you both farewell. Please visit Gandharvaville again. The Rangers will always be ready to assist you here.
Ring. La recette.
I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to meet the Dendro Archon there. I'm much better now. I'll be back on patrol again starting tomorrow. Even though I'm not quite ready to help Master clear the Withering Zones yet, there are still plenty of other tasks for me to handle. Oh, and Traveler, if you ever see Amber again during your travels, please don't mention my illness to her, okay? Amber knows about my case of Elazar and what's happened in my past, but I haven't told her about my condition getting worse. I guess I just don't want her to worry about me. If the need arises, I'll tell her about it myself. All right, we understand, Kale. I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City and get to meet the Dendro Archon there. Kinda hard to believe that Master Tighnari can cook, isn't it? His culinary techniques are very polished, but his taste is a little, unusual. It's not really his fault, though. He just has a sensitive tongue and nose, so he prefers much lighter flavors. The last time I went a little too heavy on the spices for my pita pockets, Master started having a sneezing fit. Of course, I never heard the end of it after that. I hope you have a safe trip to Sumeru City. See you later!
Allez, let's go la capitale. Quoi? Hein? Ok, pas le temps. J'ai pas le temps. Ouais, je ferai les coffres une autre fois. Là, c'est une quête secondaire. Ah d'accord.
Now I
Tu vas
just
être
need to
loin.
get
Oh,
my
attends.
hands on the rest.
Oh, il tant pis, il était loin. Je vais quand même le noter sur la carte. Ah non, je peux pas. Je peux pas mettre un point. Tant pis. On se souviendra. C'est faux. Alors, là-bas, il y a un truc champi. Ah oui, d'accord, c'est la ville. Waouh. Non, je peux pas zoomer au max. Il y a une forêt champi. Là du coup c'est d'où on vient. Là-bas il y a plein de tours et de campements. Et là-bas il y a un truc qui est lui comme pas permis. Ah là je peux mettre un point je pense. Voilà. Mettre un point quête secondaire.
No time to lose.
Alors. Par contre on arrive de nuit, c'est dommage. Hop. Sur... Oui d'accord. Non mais si t'as pas de récompense ça nous intéresse pas. T'as pas de récompense alors ça nous intéresse pas. Voilà, c'est dit.
Sumeru City! We finally made it! Oh, did you see that? When those people entered the city, something on their heads lit up.
One moment, please, you two. It appears this is your first time visiting Sumeru City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how did you know that?
Because there's currently no information on either of you in the Akasha. But no need to worry, that won't prevent you from entering the city. In fact, the Academia conveniently provides each traveler to Sumeru City with a device. Perhaps you two have heard of the Akasha before. It's our beloved Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's lasting legacy, a treasure trove of collected knowledge. After centuries of tireless research on the Akasha, the Academia created one of its most ingenious inventions, the Akasha Terminal. As long as you are within Sumeru's borders, you may use an Akasha terminal to connect directly to the Akasha and access any knowledge you need. I should mention that due to technical limitations, the operation of Akasha terminals will be much smoother and more effective in large cities such as Sumeru City and Port Ormos.
Oh, so this is the thing that Tainari was telling us about. It sounds pretty amazing.
You two are quite fortunate. Until recently, it was standard practice to only issue Akasha terminals to outlanders who spent an extended amount of time in Sumeru. However, this policy was recently changed, and now all travelers are issued one upon arrival. Here are your Akasha terminals. Please handle them with care.
It kinda looks like a leaf.
To activate it, simply hold it in your hand and say the following phrase to yourself. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Oh, since this little doodad lets you access knowledge, maybe we can use it to find a way to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let's give it a try. Ahem. May the mighty God bless us with their voice of wisdom.
Mais elle en a pas, pourquoi elle le dit? Ah bah si elle en a un.
Whoa. Just now, something clicked, and Paimon suddenly knew how to use this thing. It seems all we need to do is concentrate on what we want to know, and bam! You get it. Oh, that'll come in real
C'est le futur.
handy.
Exactly. That is the power of the Akasha. And with that, let me officially welcome you both to Sumeru City. May the wisdom of the Dendro Archon always be your guide.
Okay, now that we're in, we can check the Akasha about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Let Paimon try. 500 years ago, the sages found a newly born deity from within some scorched ruins. The deity now resides in the sanctuary of Suristana. Seems Seems pretty similar to what Kale was telling us. Okay, next, let's concentrate on asking how to meet her. Huh? Paimon doesn't sense anything. The Akasha didn't respond to Paimon's question. Oh, come on! Ugh. Focusing on this question feels like when you have something you're trying to remember and it's on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't think of it. Ugh. Paimon's brain is exhausted.
Sinon, d'autres questions?
Smart idea! But what are you going to ask it?
Une question est posée par plusieurs personnes. Akasha prend en compte l'identité, l'âge, le vécu et d'autres éléments.
Could it be because we're Outlanders and we've only just arrived in Sumeru? You know, maybe we're not qualified to receive an answer to this sort of question or something. You too? Well, glad it's not just Paimon. Uh-oh. Paimon's getting all teary-eyed all of a sudden. It feels like the people of Sumeru really missed their Archon. Well, seems no matter which way we try, we can't find anything that'll lead us to Lesser Lord Kusanali. Guess our only choice now is to try meeting with the researcher that Tainari recommended. He's from Sumeru and even has a position in the Academia. Maybe he'll be able to access more info from the Akasha. Let's see. Tainari wrote an address on the letter's envelope. Oh! It's not far from the city's gate. Let's head over and have a look. Hopefully he's at home.
Décidément.
Hello, are you Rohawi?
Yes, that's me. Can I help you?
Great! You see, Tainari sent us here and...
What? Tainari? Please, there's no need to say anything, really. Sure, I admit that the article I published last month wasn't my best work, and maybe the data didn't produce the most convincing results, but...
Il y a malentendu, là.
Here, this is a letter from Tainari.
Oh, let me see... Oh! Ooh, what a relief. You two nearly scared the life out of me. So, you two just have some questions for me? Seems even Tainari acknowledges my innate ability for procuring information. So, what is it you two would like to know?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You mean you want to meet the Dendro Archon herself? This isn't exactly my area of expertise, but let me see what I can find in the Akasha. Sorry, the Akasha didn't respond to my query.
What? You too? But what about your abilities for getting information and all that? Paimon was sure you'd be able to access more info than we did.
Well, as I said, this isn't my area of expertise. I am but a lowly researcher, so the Akasha doesn't see a need for me to know more about the Dendro Archon. All I know is that ever since Lesser Lord Kusanali returned to Sumeru, she's never left the Sanctuary of Sorasthana or made a public appearance.
Huh. Didn't expect her to be such a mysterious figure.
The Dendro Archon is somewhat of a recluse. Perhaps she just doesn't want to entertain visitors, which would explain the lack of information in the Akasha.
But then what can we do?
No need to worry just yet. I'm only hypothesizing here. You could certainly try asking around and see if anyone else has ideas. And besides, you two should consider the bright side of things. Not being able to see Lesser Lord Kusanali may not be a bad thing. In this world, there will always be information you cannot obtain from the Akasha and things you can never accomplish. Knowing when to yield is a form of wisdom. Take me, for example. It's a miracle if my brain cells can spit out one paper every 3 years. But Tainari? That guy can publish 3 papers in just a single year.
Okay. Thanks for your advice.
Don't mention it. If you two ever want information about things like who's been promoted within the academia or relations between the 6 great sages, come find me. Hey, come on! This is a survival skill at the academia.
Oh, Paimon's expectations were pretty low, but this is so low it's like digging holes in the dirt. So what do we do now? Even if we want to talk to someone, we don't know anybody here. Huh? Like who? Oh, you're right! Catherine! The Adventurers Guild has its own intel network. Let's hurry and find her.
Mais il y a plus de blowback que de game, j'ai l'impression. C'est un peu ça. Parfois, il y a... En plus, là, c'est le début d'une nouvelle zone, donc forcément, il y a beaucoup de blabla. Après, t'as plein de trucs à explorer, de récompenses à ramasser. Et comme ça reste un jeu plutôt free-to-play mobile, t'as pas mal de trucs tous les jours à faire en boucle, chaque jour, pour avancer, etc. Donc... C'est juste qu'après c'est des trucs chiants, ramasser tous les coffres, bon ça c'est sympa. On a... Alors pour l'anecdote, l'exploration 100% c'est quand tu découvres tout, que tu ramasses tous les coffres, etc. Et le gouffre, moi il était à 73%. 73. 97%, pardon. Et j'ai cherché, parfois longtemps... Est-ce que j'avais pu louper? Et visiblement, c'était que le truc de téléportation qui n'avait pas encore été mis. Je le vis bien. Après, sinon, oui, gameplay, bon, c'est beaucoup de combats, de martèlement de souris, donc... pas ce qu'il y a plus fun choui non plus. Moi, j'aime bien, parce que le jeu s'est posé, c'est presque plus un animé où tu cliques de temps en temps qu'autre chose. Et puis moi je suis un psychopathe, hein. Moi je veux que les cartes soient remplies à 100%, sinon ça me perturbe. Ah voilà, tout est exploré à 100%, tout est bien fait, même là aussi. Voilà. Mais bah oui, moi je vois ça comme un épisode de série, on va dire.
Astra Abyssosk. Hello, traveler in Paimon.
Catherine, we need your help with something.
Understood. The Adventurers Guild is always ready to serve you. With what do you require assistance?
We want to meet with Lesser Lord Kusanali. Do you know a way we can do that?
You two wish to meet with Sumeru's Archon. Understood. Please wait. I apologize, but I am unable to call up any relevant information in the Akasha. I'm also unable to locate any pertinent information in my personal memory.
Aww, another dead end. Well, if Catherine can't help us, then we really don't know anyone else to ask now.
Please do not worry. I may know of someone who can help you two. In Sumeru, the Adventurers Guild does not serve as the vanguard of information. Rather, there are numerous active mercenary groups collectively known as the Eremites. They take on various contracts and work all across Sumeru, so they naturally accrue intelligence. An Eremite brigade called the Corps of 30 is in charge of Sumeru City's defenses. Not only are they the oldest brigade, but they are responsible for managing and coordinating the affairs of all other mercenary brigades.
Corps of 30? What a weird name.
Supposedly,
They are named as such because their ranks numbered 30 at their inception. Asfand, an advisor with the Corps of 30, maintains good relations with the Adventurers Guild. Though he's already retired, he and his words carry great weight within mercenary circles. If you'd like to get in contact with him, you can find him at the Corps of 30's headquarters, the Citadel of Rexar. You're welcome. I wish you two the best of luck. We look forward to your exploits in Sumeru.
Alright, off to the Citadel of Rexar we go!
Tac. Alors, la citadelle, moi je pense que c'est juste après. Oui. Oui, ils nous font visiter un peu toute la ville. Qu'est-ce qu'ils donnent comme récompense? Non, on monte pas sur les tables. Que vendez-vous? Ah, d'accord. Ils vont rien pour l'instant parce que c'est pas... It's not the time. Alors, je suppose qu'il faut monter par là. Ah, il y a un truc là. Hop. À moi. Une ville tout en hauteur. Le petit point de TP. Il y a un truc bizarre là-bas. Hein. Avec du... comme de la fumée ou du sable. Je vais pas au bon endroit. C'est en bas. Il est tombé ce con.
Welcome. The Adventurers Guild told me to expect you two.
It's nice to meet you, Asfand. We'd like to ask you about something.
Le malaise où il se passe plus rien d'un coup.
Catherine's the one who sent you this way. Ha! It's true that the Eremites' network is vast, but even I can't help you meet the Dendro Archon.
Wait, seriously? That's it?
Afraid so. The Eremites aren't terribly religious, so we don't know much about divinities. As far as the Akasha goes, we can access even less than you. We originally came from the desert. The gods there died off long ago. Since those days, we've used our own two hands to carve out a living. We don't beg gods for their aid. It isn't just us, though. If you ask me, I think most in Sumeru aren't interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh? Why's that?
Just take the Academia, for example. They're the ones who truly rule Sumeru. Although they believe in gods, most of them only care for the late Greater Lord Rugurdevada. In their eyes, she was the one who founded Sumeru and gifted us with the Akasha. Lesser Lord Kusanali just happened to inherit her legacy. Because of the Academia's influence, most citizens are more familiar with Greater Lord Rugurdevada and hold her in greater esteem. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali never makes an appearance, and the Academia never announces anything about her. As far as the people of Sumeru are concerned, she's just a god that exists. And that's all.
Really? Aw. After hearing all of that, Paimon sort of feels bad for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ha! But who knows? We're all just guessing when it comes down to it. Besides, I'm sure the God of Wisdom doesn't worry about her reputation among people like us.
All right. Well, thanks for the info, Asfand.
No problem. Always happy to help out the Adventurers Guild.
most people's attitudes here. Not only are they not interested in the Dendro Archon, they even say stuff like, if the Akasha doesn't think I should know, then I don't need to know about it. We've been asking for information non-stop ever since we got to Sumeru. But the harder we try, the more helpless everything seems. Isn't there at least one person in this entire city who cares about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Oh, you two are interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Huh? Who are you?
From the sound of it, you two are Outlanders who recently arrived here. You've been asking around for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali, right? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Dunyarzad, one of Lesser Lord Kusanali's faithful followers.
Whoa, really? Then do you know how we can meet with her?
I'm afraid I can't help you with that. But your conversation earlier did happen to remind me of a legend about the Dendro Archon.
D'accord, elle vient nous interrompre comme ça dans la rue, elle écoute les conversations des gens, c'est un scandale ça. On raconte.
Sure. It goes like this. Long, long ago, there was a man who heard a prophecy. It predicted that a great calamity was about to befall him. Panicked by what he heard, the man sought out the Dendro Archon in hopes that she would bless him with the wisdom to help him escape his predicament. The man journeyed across deserts and through rainforests and experienced tribulations of every kind. However, he still couldn't find any trace of the Dendro Archon. In despair, he thought, alas, the Archon has abandoned me. He then had no choice but to sorrowfully resign to his fate.
Okay, and then what happened?
And then, the calamity came. But to his own surprise, the man felt somehow emboldened by the trials of his journey. By relying on his own strength, he managed to overcome the adversity. At that moment, a bird perched upon his shoulder. This bird was, in fact, an avatar of the Dendro Archon. She said, "O Archon Seeker, do you now understand? She and her wisdom have long been found by you. Along your journey, we were in every flower and blade of grass, every ray of sparkling sun, and every breath of dancing wind. So long as you continue to think and ponder, we'll be wherever you go."
Oui, non, mais ça c'est joli, mais nous on veut la voir, nous.
Yeah, thanks for the story. Paimon feels all warm and fuzzy inside after that.
In a way, it seems like this story is also one of the Dendro Archon's avatars.
Dunyarzad, since you worship Lesser Lord Kusanali, can you tell us anything else about her?
Of course. So did you two know that, I'm terribly sorry, but it seems something's come up now. Let's chat another day.
Hey, wait! What the heck just happened? It looks like they're searching for someone. Dunyarzad was acting super nervous just now. You think they're looking for her? This stinks! We finally managed to find a lead about Lesser Lord Kusanali! We can't let them get in the way now! Let's see if we can get rid of them. Then we can catch up with Dunyarzad!
Hey, have you two seen a brown-haired girl wearing a purple top and a long blue dress? We're looking for her.
Did she have bandages wrapped around her wrists?
Yes, that's her. Did you see which direction she went?
Yeah, she went that way.
Quick, after her!
En marchant.
That should keep him busy for a while. Let's hurry and find Dunyarzad.
Ils y vont vite pour la rattraper, mais en marchant. Logique. Ah bah je suis pas mort par la chute. Ah c'est bien ça. Mais genre ils l'ont pas vu au bout de la rue quoi, ils sont vraiment un peu...
There you are, Dunyarzad. We thought you might have been long gone by now.
Oh, it's you two. Oh, you startled me there.
You can relax now. We threw those people looking for you off the trail.
Really? Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I believe there's still more of them out there looking for me. Uh-oh, looks like there's some coming this way.
Huh? More of them? Then what are we standing here for? Run!
No, wait, my body isn't in the best shape. It's difficult for me to run.
On va se cacher.
Okay, sounds good. There's a tavern on the other side of the port we can go to. They probably wouldn't expect me to hide in a place like that.
All right, let's move out. Stay behind us. We'll keep an eye out for anyone looking for you.
Let's go. Ah oui, en effet, il y a un port.
No time to lose.
J'ai dit que le port était au bout de la rue. Tu peux casser les pots? Non. Dommage. Sad.
We made it. Oh, they shouldn't be able to find us now. Wait, stand down, Dia.
My lady, who are these two?
They're travelers that I met on the street just a moment ago. They happened to notice that you were all searching for me, so they helped me hide.
I see. In that case, you two should scram. There's nothing here for you.
Wait a sec! Who the heck are you? And why are you shooing us away?
I'm Miss Dunyarzad's bodyguard, here to see that she returns home safe and sound. My lady, let's get going. You've been gone for so long that your parents are worrying themselves sick.
And if I refuse to go with you?
It'd be easier for the both of us if you cooperated. But if you insist on not going, then I'll have to carry you like a sack of potatoes.
Hey! Dunyarzad already said she doesn't want to go back. Why are you still pushing her?
Stay out of this. You don't understand the situation. Sorry, my lady. Even though I'm your bodyguard, your parents are my employers. I have to answer to them.
How much?
Wait, what?
How much more do I have to pay you to become your employer? So you never listen to my parents ever again. Double? A triple? Give me some time and I'll get that much.
My lady, this isn't about Mora. I don't know what you think of us Eremites, but let me say this. I like Mora, but I'll never go against my principles. That's why I'm here looking for you. Sure, it's an order from my employer, but my conscience was also telling me it's the right thing to do. And knowing your health, carelessly running around like this is gonna hurt ya. For the sake of those who love you, don't be stubborn.
No, you're wrong. I'm aware of my limits and I know what I'm doing. Honestly, the only people being stubborn right now are my parents. And they know perfectly well that it makes no difference if I'm at home or not. They still won't accept reality. And every time I bring this up, they just change the subject. Dia, you've been living with us a long time already. This should be old news to you. Dia, I know it hasn't been easy for Mother and Father, and I'm grateful for everything they've done for me. But there's someone else in this world I'm also grateful to. Because she saved me. The love I have for her is the same I have for my parents. This is my life and my last chance. So I want to do something meaningful.
Cette petite musique.
My lady, are you sure what you're doing now is meaningful?
Yes, I'm sure. At least, it is to me.
Fine, I won't ask you to return home anymore. But let me make something very clear. I'm only doing this because I respect your determination, not because I agree with you.
Thank you, Dia. Sorry for being so rude just now. My nerves were acting up. And I even brought up your payment in such an offensive way.
Don't worry about it, my lady. I did say that I like Mora. Besides,
that's our next topic of conversation. Today's little excursion caused such a ruckus that every single bodyguard at the estate was deployed. It wouldn't be easy to hide things from your old man. Since this definitely won't be your last escapade, here's a little tip. You should at least make it look like your room and things are still in order when you leave. Also, you'll need someone to cover you for when you're out and about. So, I'll let you hire me, my lady. This way, everyone wins. As for the pay, let's say half of what your father pays me. We can settle the bill when we return to the estate.
Okay, deal.
Yay! Looks like they've reached an understanding.
Ah, il est encore malade.
I'm fine.
C'est
really.
la gastro, ça.
I just feel a little tired now that things have calmed down.
My lady, stop trying to look tough. We're already in a tavern, so let's rest up and grab some grub.
I'm sorry for worrying you two. If you don't mind, I'd like for you to join us.
Sure! After you rest up, we want to hear more about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Oh, ce petit saxo là.
Ha! Well, if it isn't Dia. Haven't seen you in nearly half a year. Word on the street is that you're a bodyguard for the Homayani family now. Ha! Don't you find that kind of work boring?
Nah, you get used to it. How about a menu over here?
You got it, huh? Isn't this little Miss Homayani herself? We don't get to serve personages like you very often. We'll be sure to prepare our very best.
Thank you, sir, but there's no need. I don't have a lot of Mora on me, and I really ought to save as much as I can. But please bring these two the best food you have. They're my new friends, so I want to be a good host for them.
Père à notre part. De l'argent.
Wait, we're paying for ourselves now? Aw, Paimon kinda wanted to try something fancy, but we aren't exactly loaded. Guess Paimon will settle for something ordinary.
How about our coconut charcoal cakes? They're our signature snack, and they run cheap. Look, other customers over there are eating some now.
They look kind of burnt and dry. Paimon will pass. Hey, come on! Paimon has personal preferences too, you know. Dunyarzad, we asked a lot of people when we first arrived, and almost nobody was interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali. So, what made you want to follow her?
Well, remember when you asked me if I knew how to meet the Dendro Archon? Even though I don't know how, I think I've actually seen her before.
Huh? Really?
Yes, it was when I was a child. At the time, my illness had kept me bedridden for the better part of a year. I was stuck inside and couldn't make any friends, and my parents did their best to find treatments for me. But even then, the Akasha didn't have any helpful information. My younger self no longer had any hopes or dreams. One flare-up was so bad that I was in a semi-conscious state for several days. Then one night, I woke up alone in my room. I was terrified. My body was paralyzed. Even if I cried, there was no sound. At that moment, an ethereal voice spoke in my mind. Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry.
Dunyarzad, don't be scared. You don't have to cry. Who are you? How do you know my name? How do I explain this? You might not be able to understand, but actually, I know everything about you. Really? Of course. I know that you're scared of thunder, that you hate taking medicine every morning, and that you love counting the petals on your mom's skirt. Wow, you really do know everything. Dinner's odd. Is there anything you want?
What? Not really. I can't go anywhere or do anything.
Huh? But aren't you a child? All children have wishes. Tell me what you want, and maybe I can make it happen.
But can you make my illness go away?
Oh. I'm sorry. But I'm not powerful enough to do that right now.
Then, can you be my friend?
After that, the voice said, "Okay, I'll be your friend." Although my body was suffering during those days, that voice encouraged me and told me many wondrous things. Beyond my window was the flourishing Sumeru city. Beyond the city was a lush rainforest. And beyond that was the wall of Samiel, deserts, and all of Tevat. Once I finally made it through that bout of illness, I couldn't hear that voice anymore. I told my mother about it, but she said that I must have been dreaming. But I know that that voice wasn't a figment of my imagination. Before that, I had never heard of Tevat.
La Rani?
Yes, for sure. If it weren't for that voice, I would have never grown curious about the outside world, nor would I have learned how to read and enjoy so many books. That voice sparked a desire for wisdom. It had to have been the Dendro Archon. I've been hoping for a chance to repay her kindness. In fact, I was running around today to help prepare the Sub-Zerus festival for her.
What's the Sub-Zerus festival?
It's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday, which was the day that she was found by the sages. It's actually an old holiday that originally celebrated Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthday. When she passed away, the holiday eventually became a celebration of the Lesser Lord's birthday. I heard everyone was overjoyed when they welcomed her back to Sumeru. In those days, the festival was a huge deal. But because of the Academia's influence, people have gradually lost interest in the festival. The Academia actively participates in Sumeru's many holidays dedicated to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But when it comes to the Sub-Zerus festival, forget any funding. They practically act like it doesn't exist. Maybe they see Lesser Lord Kusanali's birth as confirmation of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's death, so they're reluctant to celebrate it.
Aw, but that's awful.
It is. It's absolutely terrible. Sure, the Greater Lord founded Sumeru, but hasn't Lesser Lord Kusanali been the one quietly protecting us for the past few hundred years?
Just remember that we're still out in public. Don't get too carried away now.
I know that people over by the Grand Bazaar still hold the Sub-Zerus festival to this day. But I hadn't met any of them before, so I was never able to contribute. But recently, I made a friend there who also follows Lesser Lord Kusanali. I gave her my savings because I want her to throw a wonderful festival this year. That's the least I could do for Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Hold on, my lady, does this friend happen to be Nilu, the one who sends flowers to the estate?
Yes, that's her.
I saw her leaving the other day with a nervous look on her face. It seemed like she was hiding something in her arms. Did you give her something?
Yes. Initially, I didn't have much more prepared, so I had Nilu sell one of my skirts. I've agreed with Nilu to meet up at the Grand Bazaar today, and see how things are coming along. Dia, would you accompany me?
Sure. That's quite the trip, though. I'll carry you.
No, that would be too much, even for you.
You might as well just accept the lift. If I let you walk, who knows how long it'll take us. And if anything happens to you, then I'd really never hear the end of it from your father.
But of course. Nilu will be thrilled to hear there are more people interested in Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Ah, on va remettre la cam. Quand même, après 1000 ans. Non mais moi je veux rester dans cette taverne. Oh non, il n'y a plus le saxo. Oh, tant pis, je m'en vais. Il n'y a même plus de musique du tout. Il faut aller là-bas. Un STP. C'est en bas. Hop. Ah, il y a des petites ouvertures. Oh là là. Le grand bazar.
Sorry I'm late, Nilu.
Oh, Dunyarzad. It was taking you so long that I assumed you got trapped at home, but you made it in the end. Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Not completely.
Oh, and who are these two?
Oh, meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Tout à fait.
That's wonderful. You two absolutely mustn't miss the Sabzerus festival. By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar. It looks spectacular, thanks to your generous contribution.
You're very welcome. It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Probably? But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
Sympa le décor.
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely.
C'est à cause du
We
Covid, ça.
can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sabzerus festival anymore. Thank the Danger Archon for Dunyarzad. With the Mora she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sabzerus, the most important performance at the Sabzerus festival.
Dunyarzad, have you told them the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
Okay. Then I'll tell you two about how this holiday came to be. According to legend, the Sabzerus festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started singing, so the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment." Huh? Really? Oh, you probably mean because all the gods in this story are no longer alive. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the Goddess of Flowers looked. Though we're just tiny people compared to the Divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered Patisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the Goddess of Flowers, after all. It's just a shame that all the real Patisaras went extinct after her death.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth Patisaras in memory of the Goddess of Flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the Goddess of Flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it. If my stage were anything like that, I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real Patisaras on the stage. So, Traveler and Paimon, what do you think? Interested in the Sabzeruz festival? Will you two be coming?
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea! Hey,
on va faire la fête.
There's nothing wrong with enjoying a festival. Besides, it's Lesser Lord Kusanali's birthday. She'll be happy to have more people who are celebrating it.
So how about we all attend the Sabzeruz festival together?
Junior Zod, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler and Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then feel free to explore the area. Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzeruz festival.
In that case, we'll take a look around.
Promenez-vous dans le bazar.
Whoa! What's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander? Did you know that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen?
Raciste.
There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy to everyone.
Ah, dancing at the Sabzeruz festival. You know, I also danced when I was younger. As a child, I even asked my grandmother why we performed the dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the Goddess of Flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sabzeruz festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Ok. Là, j'aurais pu remettre la cam. Tac. Il y a tellement de dialogue.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. 2 things that the Academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold around here is a lot better than what you'll find elsewhere. The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean, that's what I've heard at least.
Yep.
Is there no future for me?
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. Did you know that Mr. Zubair not only can make costumes, but props too? I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it on?
May I?
Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyarzad, you look absolutely stunning with it on. It's like I'm looking at the goddess of flowers herself.
Ok. Non, c'était pas ce que je voulais faire. Voilà.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around the festival this year. We're expecting people from all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities. Don't be fooled into thinking that Sumeru City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks are only offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the Academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
Ah.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like Catherine. Huh. Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break. Hey, Catherine!
Huh? Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Ah, salut Elroy.
Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across Teyvat to enrich your lives and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
Yes, and you should keep searching. Sometimes the answers we're looking for aren't necessarily at our intended destination. Instead, they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently? Anyways, what brings you out here, Catherine?
Ça va, ça va. J'ai passé une soirée tranquille sans avoir besoin de faire du montage, donc honnêtement c'était parfait. J'ai pu me poser dans le canapé, regarder 2 épisodes de Sandman, lire un peu. C'était bien. Là, bah du coup faut que je regarde les analyses, enfin celles que t'as faites et celles de Galetorn. Je vais regarder ça dans le train tout à l'heure. Parce que du coup j'avais pas regardé. J'attendais d'avoir sorti la vidéo pour ne pas être influencé par ce que peuvent trouver ou dire les autres. Et puis là, bah, tranquillou pilou sur Genshin. Je mets la gamme une fois que ça ne parle plus, c'est-à-dire 1% du temps. Terrible. Terrible, hein. Genshin, c'est ça, c'est beaucoup de dialogue. Souvent intéressant, souvent un peu moins intéressant. Donc bon.
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm
Mais là, c'est intéressant.
loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where their true value lies. Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back now.
Alright, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, Traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia. What's going on?
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions. My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan. Let's head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
Hop, on peut remettre ça. On a chopé les radis. On va y rester longtemps dans cette ville, je le sens là. C'est bien qu'on puisse... Ouais, mais là ça va être la merde parce qu'après si je fais les trucs... À la limite, on va faire ce dernier dialogue là en espérant qu'il y ait une fin. On va finir sur de la balade. Et puis dans 30 minutes j'arrête parce que faut que je mange. Faudrait que je finisse de monter la vidéo. Enfin, continuer le montage d'une autre vidéo. La dernière.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught and dragged back much earlier.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for whoever's paying.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Listen, you two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the Lesser Lord.
Nil.
Oh, hey, Chief.
Nil.
Ah, Dia, what are you doing here? And well, didn't expect to see you three together.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Osfond for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses, so people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well tell him what we know.
Appreciate it, Chief.
Theft? Sorry, what the heck are you guys talking about?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra, but also enlisted our help in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you? It's the largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently what was lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have any other details for you, though. If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port Ormos and ask around yourselves. If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the Academia once you're there.
Pourquoi?
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're also interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family. And take it from me, if you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement.
Make America great again.
For Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, Traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Thanks, Dia! And you too, Asfand! Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Impeccable.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Ouais, ouais, on reviendra, on
Good.
reviendra.
Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
Ouais. Ouais, super, ouais. Parler encore ou pas?
It's been a while since I visited the Citadel of Regzar. I'll catch up with Chief for a bit before I head back myself. He really did a lot for me in the past. Remember, to get to Port Ormos, just follow the river south from Sumeru City's port. Just be sure to take care of yourselves out there. We'll meet again at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
Ok, ok. Ah oui, ah, il est très au sud. Et du coup, il y a quoi là? Ah, c'est une autre zone, je crois. De mémoire, il y avait une autre zone par là. Ah. Bon, on va l'explorer un peu. On va explorer un peu et on va arrêter dans... vers 1h30. Comme ça, je vais avoir le temps de faire tout ce que je veux. Je vais aller voir ce que c'était que le truc au loin là. On va se remettre un petit peu de vie. Cette musique. C'est quoi? Une rose sumérienne. Voilà. Oh, le gros bœuf.
No time to lose.
Dans le doute, on va pas l'agresser, le gros bœuf.
No time to lose.
Alors, qu'y a-t-il par là? Alors déjà là-bas il y a des grosses montagnes. On va prendre la statue pour avoir la carte. Je suis la carte, je suis la carte, je suis la carte, je suis la carte. Ah, une zone méchante. À purifier, tout ça là. Oula. Ah oui, sale bail. Eh oui, c'est au noble. Ah. Oh. Oh. Ah oui, sale ambiance. Moi je voulais aller là-bas. Je veux voir le désert. Je crois qu'on peut pas encore y accéder, mais on peut le voir de loin. Je crois qu'il y a aussi un truc événement... Mais il faut avoir fait plus de choses, je crois. Ah non. Au port osmore de Sumeru se trouve une boutique nommée Artisan d'où les nombreuses... Ah. Ça change beaucoup de choses, ça. Fallait juste que je termine la quête que j'ai finie, en fait. Ah, attends. C'est gentil, ça, ou... Ah merde, non. Non mais désolé, désolé. Gentil le chat. Voilà. T'as eu ton premier partenariat today. Ah oui, le... que tu parlais hier, j'avais cru comprendre ça. Du magazine, c'est ça? Où tu faisais t'avais prévu de faire un concours sur Instagram. J'étais arrivé à peu près à ce moment-là, donc j'ai pas eu toutes les infos, mais ah, félicitations en tout cas, si c'est ça, c'est sympa. Et puis il vaut mieux un magazine en rapport avec le Seigneur des Anneaux plutôt que Red Shadow Legend ou... Alors, où est-ce que la zone... Non, on peut continuer encore un peu. Ouais, d'accord, ouais, c'est ça. Il en donne un gratuit, tu peux faire gagner 3. Pas mal du tout. Oh, puis c'est ça, ouais, vaut quand même mieux que ça soit... toujours aussi bien quand c'est en rapport avec la thématique de la chaîne. Après, une petite OP NordVPN. On dirait pas non, hein, quand même. Mais... pour voir le Seigneur des Anneaux dans toutes les langues possibles, dans tous les pays du monde, évidemment. Mais là, ouais, sur un magazine, c'est cool. Cool. D'accord, donc là, c'est pas... c'est un truc soon. Plus tard. J'irai voir... Pas vu encore, je pense que tu as dû peut-être le mettre sur le Twitter, j'ai pas... Faut encore aller. Faisais. Alors. On est vraiment à la limite de la zone. Ah, on verra pas le désert. Oh, c'est honteux. Même pas un petit peu? Pas que je monte sur le machin, mais c'est chiant. Ah là, ça commence à être tout sombre. Attends, je vais essayer de monter là-haut. Et puis le port, il est dans l'autre... Il est de l'autre côté, le port. Allez, là. Ah. Ah, il y a une pyramide en dessous, hein. Connard. Pardon. On dit qu'on a vu. Ah, c'est sur Insta, d'accord. Mais t'as fait une promo sur Twitter, je pense. T'as fait les choses bien. On te connaît. Je crois que j'ai un vrai Insta Vardarmir. Mais y a rien, je crois. Y a même pas de photo de profil, rien. C'est le niveau 0. C'est le Discord, putain, faut que je m'occupe du Discord. Et Discord, c'est un truc que j'utilise très très peu. Donc faut que je vois. Faut que je vois. Faut que je vois. Faut dépoussiérer. Non mais c'est ça. Non mais là c'est même pas dépoussiérer, c'est... C'est commencer à le mettre en forme, l'Insta. Donc je pourrais mettre des photos de... Parce que bon là ça fait un petit moment que j'ai pas repeint de figurine Game Workshop, mais y en a pas mal que j'avais peintes. C'est vrai que je pourrais mettre des... On recule, petite marche arrière. Hop là. Je pourrais les mettre. Un truc que j'aimerais bien faire, mais j'ai pas le... Là j'ai clairement pas le setup ni rien. Mais ça serait... Je voyais Maillard ou AlphaCast qu'en faisait, mais de la peinture en stream, ça peut être très très sympa. Sur fond de petite musique de Genshin Impact. Oui, c'est ça, non mais faut que je... Ouais. Tout dépend... Bago. Attends, déjà là... Objectif, essayer... Enfin non, même pas essayer, je suis obligé de la sortir. La vidéo sur l'article de Numénor et la vidéo qu'Amazon avait sortie sur Numénor avant le... Ce qui serait bien, c'est qu'elle sorte mardi. Mais il va falloir que je taffe ce week-end. Après, il n'y a plus que le montage. Montage et miniature à faire, parce que le son, je m'en suis occupé. C'est juste que je pensais avoir le temps cette semaine en me disant « Ah ça va, à une semaine et demie de la sortie, Amazon ils vont plus rien sortir, hormis des petites pubs comme ça. » Bah ouais. C'était oublié qu'ils font n'importe quoi avec la communication. Alors, par contre, s'ils rebalancent un trailer la semaine prochaine, moi j'arrête tout. Là c'est honteux. Ouais, non. Bah après, honnêtement, il n'y a pas grand chose de nouveau. C'est surtout des scènes un peu étendues, on va dire. Mais c'est juste qu'il commence à être un peu lourd, quoi. C'est triste à dire, mais c'est vrai aussi. Ouais, bah, Lindon, c'était officiellement une vidéo comme Tirarad et Numénor. Par contre, la Moria, non, c'est je vous présente Durin et Disa. Ce qui est un peu dommage parce que ça fait vraiment... Enfin, ça aurait mérité une vidéo comme pour Lindon. Donc ça, c'est le port. Je suis vraiment en train de faire ça, vraiment en train de commencer. Je suis vraiment overdosé pour revoir toujours les mêmes choses. C'est vrai que... Ah, moi, je pense que la scène qui me tue le plus, c'est celle d'Isildur qui se retourne sur son bateau. C'était... Enfin, je sais pas, il y a autre chose peut-être de lui. Et surtout, où il ressemble un peu plus au Isildur qu'on connaît. Est-ce que je peux commencer celle-là sans entamer... Putain, la musique qui s'énerve là, oh lololololo. On va te passer à 5, hein. C'est puni. C'est puni la musique. Je pense que je peux commencer cette quête là pour pouvoir faire les Oula. Des petits trucs répétitifs de mon côté. Sans démarrer l'autre. Voilà. Ça c'est un truc d'event, hein. Ça c'est pas non plus le fun absolu. Ah, déjà ça part.
There's so many new and interesting things, not to mention all the tasty food.
Tasty food.
Largest commercial port sure lives up to its name. Look at all the merchants, and everyone seems excited just to be here.
Tu sens plus content que moi.
How did things end up like this?
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how. I should have made you wait until we got an update from Tanja.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Me?
Oh, what should we do?
Whoa. Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Oh, hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon, and he's a traveler who is just passing by. Is there something bothering you?
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy store in Port Ormos. At least for now. What's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here? It looks like a mushroom monster to Paimon.
Oh, there we have it. The verdict is in. What a headache.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
So, what exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest. For the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love. This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react. When we put it out there, the reaction was not quite what we'd anticipated.
They thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that actually. I can't quite describe it though, and I'm also not very good with kids. Maybe you could ask them for yourselves.
Oh non, pas les enfants. Non, pas ça.
This is not an Aranara. No way. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the ill little fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks nothing like that.
Toys do look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. It's nothing like an Aranara. Ooh, didn't put his
Bon, je viens
heart
de
into
Discord.
it,
Oui,
huh?
mais
Sounds
faut que
like one of those
je fasse
things
tout ça.
that's easier
C'est prévu.
said than understood.
J'ai fait une liste.
Cassid and
Ça fait partie
Alia
des choses à
didn't like this
faire.
carving, but
Rejoindre
I
le
think
Discord de
it's
tout le
okay.
monde.
It doesn't look too happy, so it's
Et
kind of pitiful
apprendre à
in a cute way.
connaître Discord.
Oh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me.
Si,
if
j'ai
it
un
wasn't
compte
meant to be
Discord,
an
mais
Aranara.
j'ai rejoint aucun Discord et j'ai
sudden
pas créé le
turn
mien.
for the worse.
J'ai rien fait, quoi.
We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at
On va
all?
mettre la cam, hein, parce que là... Ah non, malheureusement,
this
non.
is such a
Je trouve la
shame.
sculpture moche.
Why isn't Tondra back from Gondarvaville yet?
Oh, The kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger too. Who is he exactly?
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Aranara. But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something.
Depuis quelque temps, il y a
And
quelques trucs que j'ai pas
suddenly the
compris.
children loved
Ouais,
every
ouais,
one
ça a l'air
of his
d'être un peu une usine à gaz, hein, quand même.
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too.
Corde.
The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular the Aranara are among children. We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned yet. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see,
Dis-moi ce que tu n'as pas compris.
as a result,
Tout.
Oh, we have to do something.
Non, mais je...
Hey,
Par exemple, un
since
des
you're the
trucs que
famous
faut que je te demande sur
traveler,
Discord,
could you
c'est...
do us a favor and look for
Mais
Tanger
je
in
pense que je le verrai sur ton
Gandharvaville?
Discord en le rejoignant, c'est pour ça qu'il faut que...
He doesn't have to
Faut que je
come in
rejoigne ton
person if
Discord,
he's too
c'est
busy.
voir... Oui.
Just ask him to write down his suggestions and bring his notes
Quoi
back to
créer, en
us,
fait.
if you could.
Tout bêtement.
Please, if
Qu'est-ce
only to put a
qu'est-ce que
smile on
veulent
the
les
children's
gens
faces.
Putain, je suis mal coiffé, je me
And
suis
of course, you'll
lavé les
be
cheveux
well
hier, je suis...
compensated for doing us the favor.
They seem pretty desperate. Let's help them
Mon tour
out.
à plat plat.
To see the kids smile.
Ouais, sourire des enfants.
Yep, let's do it.
Là, c'est typique de Genshin Impact. Des fois, il y a des quêtes qui sont bien, et puis là... Là, on s'emmerde. Ah, mais c'est à l'autre bout. Ah, mais non, mais faut que je prenne le marqueur, sinon je suis dans la merde. Mais à l'autre bout aussi. Oh non, un TP, s'il vous plaît. On cherche les points rouges, hein. Le TP, le TP, le TP. Le TP sans activer la quête. Oh là là. Non mais il y en a bien un par là. Le TP, le TP.
No time to lose. No time to lose.
Oh non. Pas comme ça, Zinedine. Pas maintenant. Par là? Non, ils vont pas foutre un TP par là. Sauf s'il y a une entrée.
No time to lose.
Je vais me prendre la quête d'arrivée. Je vais pas comprendre. Ça va me... Oh putain. Oh, il est là. Hop. Let's go. Alors. On va essayer d'esquiver les connards. Mais... C'est pas ce que je voulais faire du tout. Il y a quoi à faire en fait? D'accord. Ouais, donc j'ai toujours pas... Oh là là. J'avais dit qu'à 1h30 on arrêtait...
Tanger's supposed to be here in Gandharvaville looking for inspiration. But how do we find him? Should we yell his name at the top of our lungs?
C'est pas vraiment une bonne idée, hein.
Hey, buddy. What's your name? What are you doing here all alone? Do you live in Gandharvaville? Regardless, don't worry. As a trainee forest ranger, I'll do everything I can to help you.
Hi, Miss Forest Ranger. I'm Rozzy. Don't mind me. I know the way back to Gandharvaville.
When people say don't mind me, what they really mean is don't worry about me. That's all the more reason not to leave you alone. Hey, don't cry. What's wrong? Take your time. You can tell me all about it.
Huh, that voice sounds familiar. Paimon's heard it somewhere before.
Je comprends pas. Je suis perdu dans la quête. Je peux faire un call si tu veux après. Après, malheureusement, je vais prendre le train, donc ça serait plutôt en semaine prochaine à la limite. En plus, je vais pas être avec ce setup-là jusqu'à lundi, donc je pourrais pas créer ou m'occuper du Discord. Je vais être sur un autre PC, donc. Mais ouais, je veux bien la semaine prochaine à la limite. Un jour où t'as du temps ou vite fait.
Oh, it's Kale! And a child who seems to be upset. Oh, let's go say hi. Hi, Kale. How have you been?
Paimon and Traveler. I've been doing pretty well. Thanks for asking. I'm helping Master Tainari patrol the forest. What brings you here?
We're here on an errand. We heard your voice, so we thought we'd come ask you for help. You seem kinda busy, though.
I'll be fine. You go help them first, Miss Forest Ranger. I'm okay, really. The sand got into my eyes, that's all.
Oh, ça chouigne.
What a well-mannered child.
On va l'ignorer. Si, on va ignorer l'enfant. Saloperie, ça les gosses.
There's not a lot of sand in a forest.
Connard.
You keep saying you're okay because you don't want us to know what you're upset about, right?
Maybe.
That's exactly why you
La
have to get it
traduction
off
qu'on
your
n'a rien eu à
chest.
foutre, 3 petits
Here's
points.
a trick. If you're keeping a secret that bothers you, you can try telling it all to a tree hollow.
A tree hollow?
Yeah, a tree hollow. Do you know Tanja's stories? The Aranara living in the forest will patiently listen to every word children say. Maybe there really are Aranara living in the tree hollows that will listen to you.
Un vrai conseil,
You
ça?
like the R&R stories
Par aux arbres.
too?
Of course! I love them!
Oh, people who like R&R are the best. Okay, I'll try telling my secrets to a tree hollow. Thanks, Miss Forest Ranger. You know everything.
Aw, you're just exaggerating. Anyway, I'm trying to be like my friend, who always does her best to cheer people up when they seem sad. So, how are you doing? Feeling any better now? The forest is very dangerous, so how about we stick together?
Sure.
Sure.
Wow, Kale's so good with kids.
Ah ouais, elle est douée, mais...
Well, helping children who are lost in the rainforest is all part of a forest ranger's duty.
Je suis perdu dans la quête, là.
So, what was it you wanted help with? You're not lost too, are you?
Non. Ah oui, la boutique.
Okay, so you're looking for a children's author
Ah oui,
from
voilà.
Port Olmos called Tanja. And he's here in Gandharvaville, looking for inspiration. Wait, when you say Tanja, do you mean the Tanja?
That's right, Uncle Tanja.
So he's in the area, looking for inspiration for a new story as we speak? This is amazing. Could you wait for me for a second? I'll run Razzie back to Gandharvaville and then I'll be right back. I've always been curious what the man behind those incredible stories is like in person.
De toute façon, ça n'a pas d'influence sur l'histoire, ça. Hein.
Even so, he must be more creative than most people. Wait, hold on. Razzie, do you mean you've met Tanja before?
Mm-hmm. He's my dad.
Oh, quelle coïncidence.
Tanja's your dad, as in you're Tanja's son?
Uh-huh.
Oui, si c'est son père, c'est son fils.
That guy at Akara Crafts told us that Tanja brought his son along with him, so he meant Razzie. Why are you here on your own, though? Did you and Tanja get separated?
We had an argument. I was upset, so I ran off here by myself.
Oh, in that case, We should take you back to Gandharville first. Then we'll look for your dad and tell him where you are.
No, I'm good. Thanks for your advice, Kale. I'm not so upset anymore. Come with me. I'll take you to him.
Oui, avançons dans cette quête event.
Spending the whole day looking for him.
Youpi, youpi, youpi.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually gonna meet
J'ai juste envie d'aller manger là d'un coup. Allez. Ah putain, c'est vraiment il te donne le perso en mode chien. Allez, chat.
So Tanja headed this way. I know this place pretty well. Follow me.
Follow me. Mais du coup, c'est pas un event. C'est juste une quête. Culture d'innocence. C'est pas clair. Pas clair s'il y a des trucs à faire en boucle après ou pas. Attends, comment jouer? Ah non, voilà. Dans l'événement, vous échangez les bouillons d'inspiration et les notes créatives quand de précieux matériel dans la boutique de l'événement. D'accord, oui. Donc il y a bien une boutique de l'événement. Voilà, moi c'est ça que je veux. Atteindre la boutique de l'événement pour pouvoir faire les trucs chiants et redondants de mon côté tout seul. Vous me direz, pour l'instant la quête de l'événement, elle est peut-être un peu chiante et redondante aussi, mais... Allez, on croit que ça va être le dernier... On est sûr, c'est le dernier dialogue là. Allez. Ah, bah nique le dialogue. Hein.
Oh, Rosie! Thank goodness I finally found you. What would I do without you, my son?
Oh, ça va, toujours dans le mélodramatique.
Did the wild beasts scare you? Did the stars guide your way?
I'm okay.
Ouais, il est drogué. Le père est alcoolo. Le père est alcoolo, clairement.
Thank you all. I dare say that even the most cold-hearted Spino crocodile would be moved to tears by your kindness.
Oh, it's nothing. It's all part of my responsibility as a trainee forest ranger. I'm the one who should thank you for creating so many wonderful stories for the children of Sumeru. I love them too.
Really? I didn't know anyone read my stories apart from young children. That must mean you're still in touch with your inner child. Okay then. I have the inspiration for my next story. It shall be about an Aranara granny who's a child at heart.
En train de craquer.
It's an honor to become the source of your inspiration.
Whoa, Kale looks like she's about to pass out. Hey Kale, are you okay?
I'm okay. Sorry. I just got a little too excited.
Are you two story lovers as well? Yes. The moment I saw you, the image of an aura giant and an aura finch traveling together popped into my mind.
Okay.
Oh? Who asked for my help? My sincerest apologies, but I have fans all over Sumeru. Trying to remember every last one is like trying to identify each grain of sand in the desert.
Seems like Tanja has a slightly exaggerated view of what it means to be a children's author. Also, Paimon's not a finch. That's nothing to get excited about.
Oui, revenons au sujet. Oui, le problème de la boutique. Putain, il faut se concentrer pour revenir sur le problème de la boutique. Hein.
Makara Crafts. Oh, right. I remember now. That small boat once sailed into the sea of my memory, but before long it floated away over the horizon, never to be seen again. Perhaps for the best. After all, a wild tempest was raging in Tangier Harbor.
What? Paimon has no idea what he's saying.
Moi j'écoutais même plus alors.
What should we do?
Le connard.
Do you think we should get Tainari to take a look at him?
Dad's saying he forgot about helping the people at Akara Crafts learn more about Aranara because right now he has something more important to do.
Oh, that's what he meant! Well, there it is! All the proof you needed that this kid is definitely Tanjir's son. Wait, no, this isn't the time for all that. Tanjir, your help is pretty vital to the toy makers. You gotta do something!
But the garden that blooms before my eyes is of greater importance. For therein lies the beautiful Patisara that all the children of Sumeru dream of. I, Tanjir, have found evidence of Aranara activity right here in the Avidia forest, conclusively proving that Aranara not only exist in stories, but in real life too. If I manage to document the first real-life Aranara sighting, the petty problems that perplex Akara Crafts will be untangled in no time. Meanwhile, I may well be able to leverage this to assume leadership of the Academia. Then all across Sumeru will know of the great Tanjir living in humble Port Ormos.
Super.
I haven't written any papers myself, but I think you need to have a bunch of them approved by the review board before entering the academia. You also need a detailed and objective experiment record. Anyway, Tanja, what did you mean by evidence of Aranara activity?
The hook's what's important in a story. The great storyteller Tanjir never gives his audience the bait right away. Come with me.
Wait, not that way.
Kale, what's wrong?
Nothing. But that way leads us deeper into the Avidia forest. I'm just concerned for Tanja's safety. And I think I'm starting to understand why Razi and Tanja were fighting.
C'est pas fini. Je veux que ça cesse. This is enough. Allez, dialogue.
Just as I expected, the promise of one of my stories has kept you hot on my heels.
But this is just an ordinary tree hollow. Paimon's not seeing any evidence of Aranara.
You can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. Look with your heart and you too will understand.
Paimon's not sure what look with your heart means. But anyway, let's start by investigating the area around this tree hollow.
No time to lose.
Hey, look! There's a note here! Could this be the evidence that Tanjir was talking about?
Ah, dis-le.
The handwriting's so hard to read. It's too hard. Do Aranara need to learn about mushroom classification?
Allez. La deuxième page.
Here's another note that says, "This tree hollow is my castle." That sounds more like something an Aranara from the stories would say.
Tu débrouilles avec le micro.
There's another one here! If only I were a clever Aranara. A clever Aranara. Is the emphasis on clever or Aranara?
Hop, alors. Ah, du coup, dans les dialogues qui sont un peu nuls, je joue au Seigneur des Anneaux mobile.
How does it feel to bear witness to a groundbreaking discovery? Exciting, isn't it?
Oh oui, oui, super. C'était
The
super
crude
excitant.
handwriting may look like a child's, but don't forget, we're in the middle of a rainforest. I doubt that a child would be able to reach this deep into the forest, and I doubt even more that they would think of this
Salut,
lone
FME.
tree hollow as some sort of impenetrable castle. I
En même temps, ça faisait
boldly
longtemps que j'avais pas streamé non plus,
hypothesize
donc...
that this tree hollow is in fact the Aranara's academia. The notes we saw were written by the Aranara themselves. There is no doubt in my mind about that.
Si tu veux, lundi matin, on reprendra l'outro. Ça, c'est prévu. Dès lundi, on va faire une petite semaine l'outro le matin, je pense.
I shall craft a new story for them and call it The Aranara in the Tree Hollow. How's that? Don't the very words just conjure up images of Aranara in your mind's eye?
Nope.
Well, many an adventurer knows how to take to the skies with their easily visible wind gliders, yet they do not possess the invisible wings of imagination, making it hard for them to keep up with my train of thought. How about you, Miss Forest Ranger? Do you soar into the atmosphere on the wings of imagination?
Huh? Me? I don't know. Maybe I do, but maybe not. Anyway, it has nothing to do with me, so... Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that... Witnessing Tanja's
Est-ce que je fais de la lecture sur ce
process
jeu?
is a
Oui,
little-
de temps en temps, quand on va dire... quand il y a des dialogues qui sont pas doublés.
Yes.
Sinon, je profite juste du...
For now, I've decided to stay here
des
with
petits
Rosin
dialogues et des
to witness
cinématiques.
the legendary moment when the Aranara appear in this hollow. Don't worry.
T'es là jusqu'à quelle heure? Bah là, je vais bientôt arrêter. Je pense que dans 15 minutes, je vais arrêter. Un truc comme ça.
Their little troubles will be resolved in an instant.
Et puis lundi, je vais reprendre vers 10h, 10h30. Entre 10h30, oui, vers 10h30 on va
We
dire.
should return to our camp first. Tanja, in Aranara and the Three Little Fungus, it says that Aranara are very sensitive creatures. I don't think they'll show up if we stay here.
Oh? Was that in the story? Ah, yes, I remember now. Miss Forest Ranger, you sure know your stuff. In that case, let's go back to camp and call it a day. We'll continue our search for evidence first thing in the morning.
Je voulais juste arriver au moment où on finissait cette quête, mais elle en finit jamais. Au secours. Ah. Et ajouté sur les annonces automatiques de live sur le Discord. D'accord, bah merci. Je sais pas comment ça... ce que ça donne du coup, parce que j'ai jamais essayé, mais merci. Je vais regarder ça un peu cet après-midi. Si j'ai le temps. Fallait que je range aussi un peu, que je n'oublie rien. Et surtout, je m'occuperai de ça lundi. Alors attendez, on va attendre le lendemain entre minuit et 4h. Hop, 2h49, c'est parfait. Confirmé, si j'oublie pas le bouton. Mais ouais, la semaine prochaine, on essaiera de faire un peu plus de l'outro. Théoriquement, il aurait dû y en avoir un peu plus cette semaine, mais avec le trailer, il y en a eu moins. Hier matin, j'en ai pas fait. On va prendre ça.
Traveler, wake up!
Wakey, wakey.
It's not the Aranara. It's Kale. She's gone. Oh, Paimon's been worried about Kale since last night. Even though she kept telling us she was okay after we saw the evidence of Aranara activity, she's been acting kinda strange.
Remarqué aussi.
Let's go find her. Hey, look! Aren't these Kale's footprints? But why are they headed towards the tree hollow? So Kale came back here alone. Is she waiting for the Aranara to show up?
La discrétion, quoi.
And I thought this was a place nobody knew about. I never thought Tanja would find it, or that I would run into the Traveler and Paimon. If I'd known, I would have just told the tree hollow instead of writing it down. There must be another way to practice my handwriting. Now I've created a whole new problem for myself. What do I do now? Dress up as an Aranara? Oh, no, that won't work. I should be writing something that an Aranara would never say, so that Tanja won't mistake me for one of them. But what should I write? What should I write? Oh, I've got it! There's no way Tanja could see this as the work of an Aranara.
So the evidence of Aranara activity we saw during the day was actually evidence of Kale's activity. But why didn't she just tell Tanja?
C'est un secret qu'elle veut garder.
Oh, right! Kale told Razi that he could tell any secret to a tree hollow. Must be because that's what she does. And now she even writes it down.
Oui, elle aurait raison de le faire.
Yeah, you're right. We'll keep her secret for her. Oh, looks like she's almost done writing. Let's head back.
J'aime bien partager le contenu de l'autre et organiser des trucs. Justement, j'ai les annonces pour dimanche. La semaine prochaine. C'est vrai. Notamment jeudi soir. Le reste, je ne sais pas.
Aha! There's a new note just as I expected. Yes, yes! It's the same handwriting which...
Allez, envoyez les trucs journaliers là, les trucs à faire sans arrêt. Allez. My body is ready.
Ooh, what could it be?
Dis-nous tout.
I want to visit Mondstadt during the Ludi Harpastum again? No, that's impossible. This must be some kind of mistake. How could an Aranara go to Mondstadt for the Ludi Harpastum? Even I would never write that into a fairy tale.
So, in other words, the notes can't have been left by an Aranara.
Yeah. If you ask me, they were probably left by a passing merchant from Mondstadt or something. Definitely not an Aranara.
No! No, I refuse to believe it! I can't.
What do you mean you can't? It's not like it'll take you a huge amount of effort.
You've written so many stories beloved by the children. I'm sure you can help create carvings that are just as successful.
On croit en vous.
No! I can't do it! I thought that if I could find an Aranara,
Il y a
I'd
pas
be
besoin
able
de
to help
crier, hein.
Akara Crafts.
Pas le polish.
But it was someone from Mondstadt all along.
But you've managed to write all those stories without ever having seen a real Aranara, right? What makes this so different?
Razi, you tell them.
Really? Can I?
Yes, it's fine. Tell them. I know this is the moment you've been waiting for.
Okay. Kale, Traveler, Paimon, do you remember when I said that there was a secret I didn't want to tell anyone? I didn't want to tell anyone the secret, but it made me feel very sad and also turned Dad into a completely different person. So, I think I should tell you. Dad isn't the one who came up with all those Aranara stories.
What?
Oh, le menteur.
Hold on. So if Uncle Tanja wasn't the author, then who was it? Wait. You don't mean...
It was me. Dad's been telling stories in Port Ormos for as long as I can remember. I always got to listen to all his new stories. Every night, Dad would give me a Zaytun peach for dinner, and I'd eat it while he told his stories. The Zaytun peaches were delicious, but Dad's stories were really bad. He always uses sentences that are really hard to understand, and strange, metaphors, I think they're called. But Dad kept on going, telling his stories again and again. Oh, one time, he even borrowed a camera from Lord Sangemabe's shop and got me to take pictures of him in action. Dad showed me the picture and said that it shall become the precious record of Sumeru's best storyteller early in his career. Even though I only had Zaytune
Ah non, je
peaches
demande
to
pas
eat
tout,
and
je
not so
faisais des
great stories
tests.
to listen to, I was happy.
Et de voir, parce que du coup le micro prend pas mal de place dans le champ.
Dad a story I
Donc
came
j'hésitais à
up
le
with.
mettre un peu plus
Dad seemed
comme
really
ça.
excited from the very beginning.
Mais je sais pas.
He looked really happy. He lifted me up high into the air and told me to continue. He lifted me up so high that I was looking down at him. As I continued with my story, I saw his expression gradually change. And when I got to my favorite part, Dad started crying. I guess he must have been moved by my story.
Mais là, il va falloir que j'aille manger quand même, hein. Il est 14h. Hein.
When Dad put me back down, I looked up at him again, but now he had a scary look in his eyes.
J'ai faim.
You remember it so vividly.
It's not only
Crever de
Rosie.
faim en live. Hein.
I too remember every detail of what happened that day. After that, I gradually grew in fame and started making money. I became Sumeru's best storyteller, just as I always dreamed. Finally, we could afford more than just Zaytune peaches for dinner. I thought it would make Rosie happy.
Ou pire, hein, je vais commencer à préparer à manger, puis vous me faites un résumé de l'histoire. Hein. De toute façon, c'est pas l'histoire, c'est plus un OAV, c'est un event.
Dad got busier with things that had nothing to do with storytelling, like that request from Akara Crafts.
Il y a du boulot avec la sortie des séries.
So I made up my mind that this time, I just want to be good old Rosie so that Dad will become good old Dad again. Instead of Dad the way he is now, starting every story with, dedicated to my dearest Rosie.
J'ai pas suivi ce jeu. Bah, il y a une histoire principale qui est très sympa, après t'as des histoires annexes comme celle-là qui sont nettement moins sympas. Voire un peu chiantes pour pas dire autre chose. Hein.
To sum up, all of Uncle Tandra's fairy tales were actually stories written by Rosie.
Et là, on
And
s'emmerde un
because
peu.
Rosie didn't want Tandra to keep living a lie, he refused to help him with the Kara Crafts commission.
Yes. That's why I tried looking for possible evidence of Aranara. But it turned out that I was just being a clown, as always. And not even a funny one. I'm a terrible father.
Tu vas tester Tower of Fantasy? Non, je vois même pas... Le nom me dit rien, je vais taper. Tower of Fantasy. Ah oui, c'est le fameux jeu où il disait que c'était justement copié sur Genshin, non?
Right now, I think I just want to find a tree hollow and be quiet for a while.
Are we
Oui, c'est
gonna
ça.
let this happen?
Non, j'ai pas essayé. Après, honnêtement, je suis pas très...
You want
fake
me
que je
to
l'ai.
help Akara Crafts with
Je suis
their
pas très
carving?
jeu au design asiatique d'habitude, mais Genshin, je sais que je suis bien entré dedans. Oui, oui, non, parce que j'avais vu des articles où ça disait que ça avait pas mal copié.
I might need your help on this one.
Ouais, oui, non, mais enchaîne là, parce que s'il faut que je clique aussi...
This is my first time in Gandharvaville. Well, it's my first time being so far from home. Sumeru is so much bigger than I thought. Seeing new places has given me loads of new ideas for my
On notera que des fois les doubleurs sont un peu près du micro et du coup lui tu l'entends sauter un peu.
I can help Akara Crafts create an R&R carving that everyone will love. And I also want to take pictures of Dad everywhere that we travel.
Ils sont les mêmes moteurs, je dirais. Oui, puis à une époque, tout le monde disait que Genshin était un copier-coller de Zelda Breath of the Wild. Hein. Donc bon.
Even after all I've done?
Yeah, of course. Come on, you're the best dad ever.
Ça fait combien de temps que j'ai pas appuyé sur le clavier là? Ou que je suis dans les dialogues?
I want to thank you, Kale.
Enchaîne! Oh.
Me?
Il m'agace.
I didn't do anything to help.
You told me about telling my secrets to a tree hollow. Even though I didn't have the time to find a tree hollow, telling everyone my secret made me feel so much better.
So much better.
Yeah. It's hard to keep too many secrets. And there's no need to hide our mistakes from others all the time.
Il y en a un qui s'appelle Blue Protocol et ce serait le même type de moteur, mais il s'en tient peut-être pas. Ah merde. Je sais qu'ils en font un aussi, ceux qui font Genshin, un dans un monde moderne, en ville et tout et tout. Je sais plus le nom par contre.
Yes. I'll do my best to become a good father again. Wait. Did you just say you've been to Mondstadt?
I just passed by once. Never mind that. Come on now. Akara Crafts is waiting for us.
Oui. Oh mon dieu, elle a dit ce que tout le monde voulait dire.
Grab that camera and see what hidden inspiration you can discover along the way.
Oui.
Okay.
Ah, on y est.
Come on, Dad.
Oh, je crois que c'est la fin.
Rosie, slow down and watch your step.
Oui, rattrapons-les. Yeah. Allez, mets-moi le menu de l'event. Oui. Oui, Didi, très vite. Ah. Ah. Alors, il y a quoi dans la boutique? Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Il y a 1 milliard de trucs. J'ai gagné un truc pour prendre des photos, je crois. Mais surtout de débloquer l'événement que je pourrais faire hors stream, qui sont des trucs un peu chiants. Visiblement, il faut que je fasse des figurines. Voilà, disponible dans 14 heures, voilà, c'est ça que je voulais. Oui, d'accord. Prenez 2 animaux différents de Sumeru en photo, prenez 3 animaux différents de Sumeru en photo, prenez 4 animaux en photo. Ok. Indisponible, indisponible, indisponible. Ok. Ok. Ah, il y a plus de trucs que je ne pensais. Sur le pont brisé. C'est quoi ça? Ah, c'est un défi. Ok. Ah oui, donc j'ai bien fait de faire ça maintenant, quoi. Ça a été un peu long, mais... Moi, je vais pouvoir les manger. 14h02. Au secours. Au secours, au secours. J'ai repassé en plein écran. Hop. Bon. Eh bah, j'allais mettre mes lunettes en place alors que je n'ai plus mes lunettes. Non, non, mais c'est toi. C'est toi le jeu. J'ai perdu ma souris. Ah, c'est bon. Oui, je veux... Merci, Banab, j'allais manger là. Waouh. Mine de rien, ouais, ça fait bientôt... Ça fait 3h30 qu'on est sur Genshin. C'est sympa, même si la fin était peu reluisante, parce que c'était pas une quête folichonne. Mais en tout cas, du coup, ouais, on revient lundi matin, fin de matinée, sur l'Otro, où on est dans la zone des Béornides, le Val d'Anduin. Très sympa. Donc, je vous dis bon week-end. Bonne fin de vendredi, bon vendredi soir, et puis bon week-end. Et puis à la prochaine.
This place is pretty dead.
Allez,
By which
salut
I
à
mean,
tous.
there's nothing to